Well, if he wins this tournament, we'll be able to get number 8. So let's see VectorSpecter go through. And they're also a really awesome commentator. So I know VectorSpecter has been doing a lot of cool stuff around the FGC. So we'll see how well they do here. And we're kicking things off with Susanoo versus Mai. So these are two characters that you will expect to see every tournament, and we're going to face them off against each other. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. Susanoo is probably the most popular character in the game and has one of the best round starts in the game, as you're seeing here. It's going to opt for not the safe jump, but instead to unlock a seal. Got that anti right there on the dive and forcing the burst early.
Yeah, tech rolling forward. They're always tricky, getting punished for moving forward, especially with how big all these normals are. Then just to run up, clean hit. VectorSpecter just cashing out a lot of this damage, putting Fjord on the back burner. Oh man, with this ping confirmed, should potentially get the round one more hit.
I mean, was able to get out of that last part, was forced to counter assault here, and okay, this is a chance for Fjord, because the Dragon Punch is not available, right? So that means VectorSpecter's only defensive options is just going to count at this point. Well, there's a lot of meter for counter assault, so obviously you're going to watch out for that in overdrive rate.
Oh, you're going to go for the big sword and the big bait. Getting a small punish, I think huge, but Fjord with all this meter is still in there, although there is... Oh, backdash, there's backdash. Backdash getting caught because that Susanoo leg swing, he just reaches so far, so hard to escape that kind of situation without just using barrier up back there.
Yeah, 5B, or excuse me, 6B, no. I think it's 5C, sorry, my bad. 6B is the big starter, but yeah, 5C is an incredibly far-reaching move.
Right. There you see the
clean hit on that, but just a bit too far away.
Oh, offensive overdrive, just to kind of keep their turn going and force VectorSpecter to guess wrong. Got huge damage there right into the dive, and now just one more hit away. Fjord can do it. It's gonna time right away from the sword and get the punish. Beautiful stall to tie up.
Yeah, and that's one of the strengths in Mai, right? Is being able to stall in the air, being able to get the double backflip if you want, or the single if you're already in the air. And you can just like delay it even further with another dive. Yeah, there's that backflip right there. It's not frame 1 invul, but it is invul after a little bit. And if you're not paying attention, or if you're not properly meeting her, she's gonna get away with it. Oh, air blockable. That's a good starter. That could kill.
Yeah, this should be simple enough. Oh, there's the burst just in time, but VectorSpecter just didn't any glancing blow. Finish the job. Has to be careful because Fjord pushing forward, but the fadeaway hit. Very nice.
Yeah, first game to VectorSpecter. And I gotta note, one of the things in that first round that actually ended up killing Fjord was after getting the big starter, ended up going for a 5A to pick up afterwards. And the 5A is gonna cause less hit stun, and that's why they ended up dropping the full combo. And then right there at the end of that last round, I noticed the same thing, right? They hit a dive, and then they tried to combo with 5A afterwards, rather than like a 5C from Mai, which is the usual on the pickup, right? Obviously, you're not always going to be able to hit 5C because of like timings and height, but it may be something to look at, that a lot of those natural points where you think a full combo is going to happen, you have to pay attention that it might be a drop if they hit a 5A.
Yeah, exactly. Just understanding the routing. So, okay, yeah, the easier pickup is always a little bit more difficult if you're not, wary of your outs. And already Fjord off to a better start here. And using Mai's own amazing normal, so he's a character that can contest against Susanoo, but the whiff dive is going to get punished. VectorSpecter getting at least a burst out.
So when there's that 5C.
Yep. My big buttons. Susanoo does have to respect it here and there, but manages to catch the empty button with the low. That's going to be nice for VectorSpecter. Is going to get a knockdown. There's a lot of meter, and Fjord has not been really blocking on these techs. Oh, the purple throw. Time for some push-ups. Yep.
Yeah, if you get purple throw in mid-combo and it's not a TRM, you got to do 10 push-ups, son. That's just the life of a BlazBlue player. Because, yeah, I mean, if you don't know, purple throws are when you get thrown either like mid-combo or during block stun, right? And so those throws have an increased tech window. So you have a much longer, far more reactable timing to be able to tech the throw.
Almost got a full conversion on that counter hit. Just so many opportunities. VectorSpecter, this on wake up has been just cleanly hitting Fjord, who's opted not to just down back, maybe trying to challenge in some way, but mine not really having reversals outside of going either overdrive like this or using a super, but still under pressure. Finds a way out. It's a little bit of damage, and that's the least active flow, but it's going to have to do a lot here to bring this back.
And they're is the smaller pickup off that. Yeah, doing a lot of jump back JA is VectorSpecter. Yeah, see, there it is. Just attempting to get all these air to airs because Mai is a very aerial character. And so I think that's a big attributing, that's something that's attributing big to the win in that second game, so.
Big match from here. We got plenty of villains on deck. Of course, Susanoo, Hazama, Relius, and Mai, just the most villainous characters to ever be in BlazBlue.
I like how you said Mai in that because you know me so well. But for real,
these characters are committing crimes, okay? In and outside of the game, so.
The only character that I have ever said commits a crime in this game is Mai Natsume, so. But regardless, yeah, so we have Dawn versus Fuzzama. Dawn is actually quite an older BlazBlue player, if you're unaware. Dawn had been playing BlazBlue for a good long time. If this is the exact same Dawn I'm thinking of, anyway. So I'm definitely hyped to see Dawn again, personally.
Yeah. Fuzzama, though, you get the mobility, right? So looking at character picks throughout here, you know, Hazama's always pretty nice because he can kind of get away from the doll and just keep that screen space carefully. Whereas like under pressure, you guys are gonna have to deal with it. So it's gonna be all on like how Dawn can find the block and at least continue it on because it's so hard to peg down. Hazama, nice air throw from Fuzzama.
Yeah, we always like to call Hazama the anti-zoning zoner. And it shows because of the runaway, right? Like very, very difficult to catch like you were talking about, but also strong Oki situation there for Fuzzama, catching the forward roll with the meaty and full conversion after the RC.
Yeah, nice. Paying the matchup really well. Character strengths on display. Forced to block here, so a big opportunity for Dawn. Keeping that pressure going, but the doll gauge, finds the hit right before it runs out. The doll is down though, so big opportunity for Fuzzama to get out of here and start some offense, knowing that it is now a true 1v1.
Yeah. This is the first time where Dawn can kind of move around with impunity rather than with strategy, right? Knockdown here, and yeah, try to go for the same setup to see if they were willing to forward tech again. I mean, you know, Dawn had to check to see whether or not you would be willing to properly meaty, and Fuzzama was ready to, of course, have that pay off. Now another knockdown here from Fuzzama, another setup possibly. Ooh, backdash is out, but the problem is you're still in stance, so unless you cancel, you're not getting away from it. Full conversion off this, and still a lot of doll meter to go at the end of it.
Yeah, really nice. And again, went for the delayed air dash, pressure afterwards. It's always kind of interesting to see the options people pick. Getting some life back with the activations, gonna miss. Try to get sneaky, great up back from Dawn into a full conversion here. It's gonna run out their overdrive, but with a huge advantage. And
it's the overdrive version too, so it's big damage, yeah. And I love that Dawn recognized what the situation was, right? There was no reason not to up back in that situation once you had overdrive to pause the screen. Because you saw exactly what Hazama was doing. You saw that he was in stance, and nothing in stance is fast enough to stop you from up backing at that timing. So you just up back and you cover all three options. Like, sure, you might have to block the overhead, but at the very least, you didn't get hit by anything.
Yeah, exactly. You know, up back barrier, avoid decking unblockable chain, and you're okay, but here we go. Dawn getting a knockdown. Nice backdash, though. Fuzzama using good decisions on defense. It's getting the knockdown into the full sequence, and we're going to go to the corner. And with this meter here, any good hit from Dawn can mean a lot. Even if they force out the counter assault, that's a big win because that's a lot of resources gone. But now under pressure, here comes the super air unblockable, trying to up back, getting caught by the crouching seed to reset. Let's go.
Yeah, very unfortunate that Fuzzama was not using barrier at that moment to be able to get away. And now this overdrive. Oh, no. Okay, the counter assault is actually going to make this overdrive work a little bit better because a second ago that was bad. Now it's great with the air throw because now Fuzzama is gaining life off this. He's got good damage. Mizuchi to try to finish it off.
Just
and it's
enough.
Gonna do it.
Ooh, really, really nice. I mean, if the overdrive lasted just a little bit longer, getting the overdrive super would have just been easy to call that. But yes. that was a nice jam situation of, is it going to kill?
yeah, and
for Fuzzama it did.
Yeah, well, on top of that, too, the overdrive really did help regardless, right? Because it was draining life as Dawn was in the vicinity of the overdrive. And so the damage that you saw Dawn take on the damage counter was not exactly true. He took more damage than it said.
Yeah, it's really hard to gauge life steal, right? That's not going to be really present. Nice air throw again. I love this going through the sky. And Fuzzama's conversions afterwards, too, have been really clean.
I gotta get a statistic on Fuzzama's air throws. They have been just paying off so well, but the up backs are something that maybe not paying off nearly as well. Don seems to be catching more and more of those as this set continues. But there it is, Abare instead on defense. You were talking about the defensive decision-making from Fuzzama. I'm agreeing. Really strong choices. Oh, that was
conversion. That was so quick. Got the air unblockable, straight for the RC to the extension, one hit away. It's gonna be there's the overdrive, no counter assault. Still putting under pressure. Nice up back. Great decision there. Calling out the summon, just barely avoiding it, and the unique aspect of Hazama being able to whiff punish from that angle. And now match point for Zama.
And I love the way that Fuzzama structured the guard string when the overdrive was about to happen, right? Was trying to probably look for a counterassault like you called for, but ended up catching a overdrive and was able to just go for regular safe pressure with 2A afterwards, right? Whereas could have walked into the overdrive and has now gotten the TRM here. Full conversion on this one's gonna need a little bit more after this hit. The next hit shouldn't kill unless there's an overdrive, which, I mean, oh yeah, you have to try to burst there, right? And that was so lucky, was unable to get the punish on the way down.
Oh, but still, so much that Don has to do. Commander whiffed another air grab to finish it, and we're gonna get a perfect here to seal the deal. Oh my gosh, Fuzzama taking that set, beautifully done. I love the overdrive cancel and to dash forward, just like that extra little distance just to be safe.
Well, I think only one hand can count the number of times that I've personally seen it, right? So.
All right. So Oni with the Ragna. So we do get our second double again. Like Susanoo, you will see a lot of. That's how it goes. But Ragna, you know, everyone knows Ragna. Ragna's just your standard character. Runs up to you, kicks you in the face, and just gets you to the corner. And now you just gotta, you know, guess. There are some big buttons attached to it. It's got a DP, so you have to guess. But wonderful up back. So just noticing there are gaps there, especially if you IB. You can basically test Ragna's pressure, but Oni is fighting some significant hits.
Yeah, unfortunately, drop right there was just a bit too far away to get the 6A. Probably had to go for the jump C immediately, but the block of the overhead. Oh, RC to keep the pressure going. Yeah, I mean, you know, for Ragna's strong buttons, you know, if they're not always the fastest. Some of them are a little bit slow unless you're talking about the jabs. So, you know, trying to contest an RC after a big button like that from Susanoo can be weird, but gonna get a lot of this life back thanks to the overdrive. Could even be death if you're able to get it fast enough. I don't know if you can though. Yeah. Oh, cross up divider!
Oh, and that was a late burst. Adroth trying to be the hero here, but jumping into a 2C, so dangerous. Another divider had meter to cancel it, and again, we're just seeing the clash of I anti-air you, you anti-air me. But Adroth going for the an option that leads to more damage. That 2C from Susanoo, very strong anti-air. Oni looks like gave it away, and Adroth's gamble on the late burst paid off, and now Oni losing all this life at round start.
Yeah, Adroth smartly leveling up the tackle as quickly as possible. Now also has the Dragon Punch on deck. Has got huge damage off this. This can easily be a kill. There's no reason to burst if you're Oni, right? Because then you're just going to have no resources coming into next round. Adroth has none. Oh, sorry, my bad.
That's the thing. It's like, yeah, it went so fast, and that last game was so close. You're just like, oh, well, don't worry about it. You're going to go into it no problem, but Adroth says, you don't want to burst, that's fine by me. You don't want to burst. I was trying to figure out
why Oni was not going to burst, and and then it made me believe that Oni was not bursting because there was another round, and like I just could have just looked straight, but I believed so hard in Oni, you know.
Oni just wanted to have 2 in game number 2.
Yes, that's
of course
right.
He doesn't.
Oh man. It used to though. There used to be double bursts. It used to be a round counter though, not a game counter.
Yeah,
that would be
over.
That'd be weird. Like I don't really know how you do that.
We've seen the system change like so many times through play. We're probably the one game that throughout its series, even though the graphics don't change, the system has gone through so many drastic things.
Yeah, it's mostly the burst system, but yeah, there it is, the frame traps right there from Adroth, thanks to the lightning ball. That's gonna finish that off with the Rambo super.
Yeah, all that great blocking, great IBs, but then just chose the one spot to try to get out. Ooh, spit on him. Nicely done. Adroth 1 round away from continuing on. And Oni still sitting on that burst from game 1. Has not used it yet and might not be using it at all.
Burst button obviously just unmapped. That's what it must be.
I don't need a burst to win. It's that kind of challenge, right? Chat said, okay, what's the one thing we're going to do this game? Okay, we ain't use the burst. Okay, that's big.
Yeah, it's definitely what Oni needs right now is some offensive pressure, but the problem is Adroth does have the Dragon Punch, right? So it has to be weary of that and has to be cognizant that your guard strings have to be safe enough to be able to get around it. And there, yeah, exactly that.
No, the tech 2 after the RC. Big damage. Overdrive activate. Nice block of the DP again. And with the resources here, I feel like Oni is at least going to run out the overdrive timer. He's not going to get the finish. Or, wait a minute.
Guard by Dark is just barely not enough right there. The 2C on the other side, but there it is. Dragon Punch on Wake Up, and Oni just with zero fear whatsoever to Dragon Punch there.
Used up everything for the Devoured by Darkness, and then took a big risk in the DP because that block would have probably ended the game having no way to RC it. But now Oni trying to turn this back around, needs to get into game number 3 here to keep on going. Simple safe pressure. There is no specials unlocked yet for Adroth, so this is the best opportunity that Oni has, but gets hit during a frame trap. And now we got some unlocks, but did not barrier in the air.
Okay, got a crouch and confirm right there, force the burst, because yeah, that would have been good damage for Oni. There's the 2C again, just such incredible timing on the anti-airs just about every time. And I mean, speaking of the devil, there it is, another anti-air, but this time for Oni. Got active flow available now. Next hit, most assuredly, to be able to do it, and that's going to be a great catch right there. Use the 2A as a meaty safe pressure. You 2A, you wait, you delay 2A again, because if they Dragon Punch or they Wake Up Super or something like that, you're able to block in time.
Yeah, no, perfect choice there. Noticing that, Adroth was bringing out a lot of reversals. You saw in the second round where just like there was double DP, there was DP, overdrive into uppercut, and then you saw the Wake Up Super and just Oni on top of it, not overextending, but round start, getting blessed. And this is going to be a great start. A lot of unlocks here for Adroth, getting at least 3 spells ready to go. Special, sorry.
Yeah, so you got all of that, plus took over half the life. Now with the overhead, another half of your life possibly gone here. Could be. If you can go into Sonic Spin, into Rambo.
Yeah, no, there you go. Beautiful. As soon as they unlocked level 2 Spin Dash, it was pretty much the steal deal there.
A 2-touch game right there, thanks to the power of Susanoo Overdrive. Am I right? Like...
Yeah, that character, he can get it all. If you're not exactly careful, that's another huge start. You saw what Adroth did in the last one, catches the tech back, and then the air-to-air. This is not looking good for Oni. He's already lost half life.
Yeah, that's a perfect usage of the Susanoo jump A, right? Because it hits on both sides of Susanoo, which a lot of people tend to forget that button is actually amazing. And because of the double side, you can cover multiple options. Catching the roll on this one is Oni is going to be able to get some offense of his own. That gets a lot of that health back, which is very important. Trying to use the dead spike pressure, but there it is. Finally got one. He has no follow-up because it's just a bit too far away, it looks like.
I thought they clash or something like that. Oh, great overdrive. And the cross-up, too. Oni is expecting maybe any kind of attack out of it, but it looks like a good choice to swap the sides in the corner. And now, one touch. There's overdrive. The DP, that's really good. Gonna get the bounce into a full sequence. No meter for a super here, but Oni now in a one-touch situation to finish the job. Ooh, scary.
Yeah, I was trying to catch maybe a roll right there, or just long enough of a dead tag, but wow, the basically full screen overhead right there from Adroth, right into the Astral to finish it off, and that's gonna do it.
Oh, the low crush. Just flying through the sky, the overhead, sailing through. What a choice. Recognize it was just a scramble situation, and that's fine. I love to see a player that says, I'm here to play the best, or what I think is the best, and I'm going to win. And we'll see Icecool, one of the best players currently in this game. Their Susanoo is incredible, but any matchup against Izanami, big toss.
Anyone can die. This is a character that it doesn't matter what you have defensively, she has ways to cover those, right? Because she does have a move that we lovingly refer to as ribcage, and you'll see why we call it ribcage. That makes her completely strike invulnerable. And it's only at the cost of her barrier gauge, which, don't get me wrong, is a very important resource to be able to manage. However, in the situations that it comes up, she usually gets that barrier gauge back, right? If you're playing a strong Izanami player, they know how to manage that sort of thing.
Great IBs. So defense is going to be a big part of this. Icecool gets caught low. So it's going to go to the corner here. You also see a lot of that really annoying pressure you got to deal with fighting Izanami. She hovers in the sky. She has just plenty of ways of mixing up overheads and lows, and you see the low option again, and you're just really having to hold all that, especially with that ribcage you mentioned, having all that strike and vulnerability, and forcing what's also a great mix-up behind it, and again, there's the low into a full sequence, and you don't get a play.
Yeah, and I mean, only at the cost of the barrier for Masoma, right? Masoma is in danger state, which means any hit from Icecool would probably just immediately kill Izanami. But how do you get a hit at that point, right? Like you're at the mercy of high-low mix-up with no available options other than counter assault or overdrive rate.
Yeah, it's scary, especially because like when you get a full combo in the situation, you get so much barrier gauge back. So if you're God press, command grab into the wall, so much life gone, but. Oh, just barely got the DP there. Really important. Icecool with resources to make it safe, just in case, but with almost good IVs of his own.
I like this. So in Icecool, as particularly structuring the offense to force Masoma to want to use the barriers, that means ribcage will be a non-factor if, you know, Masoma ever finds a way out. Masoma did not, and we have a perfect on a perfect right back at you.
Yeah, just again the insurmountable pressure that both these characters can do. It's like, yes, Izanami is going to be a little, you know, with better mobility and being so tiny, it's going to be better able to get those hits, but when Icecool does get the hits, it's going to be so much. Oh, nice 2C, caught the cross up, and this could be spelled danger for Masoma, who's now in the corner here facing an angry Susanoo.
Yeah, this is one of the things that you have to know is about Izanami, is that she has no defensive way out outside of using 50 meter or an overdrive. She does not have a Dragon Ball. She must block.
Yeah, and then like Susanoo doesn't have one until he unlocks it, so they're both very much in this, can be in the same boat. Just activating ribcage, even though Icecool teched out, have to hold the pressure here. It's not gonna have burst for a while. Masoma is gonna need at least a good hit, but nice challenge on the cross-up with the uppercut.
Yeah, whether you're air dashing or you are floating as Izanami, you do not have the ability to block something like that. So that was a good option to choose right there from Icecool, and now pulling at the gat.
Counter hit. Gotta land under pressure. Nice slide, but avoided it. And it's a big jump C. Activate overdrive.
Oh, Dragon Punch through it! Oh,
call out.
Oh, yeah, huge call out on that one. Masoma attempting to use double invincibility right there with both the overdrive activation into the super, but Icecool ready for it immediately.
No, yeah, that was. You even see. I even saw like the startup of the uppercut in between as soon as the overdrive came out. So you know Icecool already committed to that option.
Yeah, which you know what that
came out, it was just like, I have meter. Whatever you think you're going to get away with, you think that you can enjoy your turn back? No siree. What a call out.
Yeah, that's one of those things that covers multiple options. Is because Icecool had that 50 meter, whether it was, you know, trying to press buttons, trying to do, you know, an EA or something, the Dragon Punch was just right there and a good choice there for Icecool. And now, big damage off this. We saw this earlier with Adroth taking over like half the life. A little bit less right here, but yeah, I mean, you still get 3 unlocks, right? But there's the overhead too, forcing the burst immediately from Masoma.
There's a lot of unlocks here for Icecool. You can just, again, you're not going to respect the uppercut. These have connected pretty much every time. Yes, sometimes using meter, sometimes not, but Icecool just so aware. He almost has everything unlocked here, but Masoma at least getting a hit. And at least with no burst, going to be able to get a knockdown and set up that really strong Oki. But again, has to respect Susanoo with meter on wake up.
And I'm not gonna exactly have to respect too much. The ribcage was there, but that's why Icecool was able to Dragon Punch, right? Is because there was no barrier left. So any hit onto the ribcage was going to put it in the danger state. Might not matter though, as Masoma's got the hit. Wants to keep that combo going as long as possible to get the barrier back, but not gonna work out and try to box the boxer. So that right there was a very common mistake that a lot of people who don't know how certain characters end up making. They trade with the character with a higher attack level normal, which does more hit stun than theirs, and then that character can act before them, but they think, oh, we traded, it should probably be even. And that's not the case. Susanoo is a boxer. You cannot box with him.
No, yeah, all the hit stun, everything just to keep you under pressure, challenging those big buttons. So scary. Back under pressure, Masoma putting the bits up, and now just wants to control this guy and their approach. But another well-placed 2C. Speaking of 2Cs, those big from Masoma, but the counter is something Icecool.
And it has to get away, right? Because that float would have made it so they couldn't block, and now Icecool controlling the screen space. Ooh, got an accidental 6A, and that's great for Masoma, because that gives him a chance to be able to start the offensive pressure back again. Half of the barrier gauge is gone for the rib cage, though.
Yeah, we're seeing just Masoma just trying to play it safe. You gotta remember, when Izanami's in this state right now, she cannot block, and you saw the slide get punished, but the super in between, that's going to be a good chunk of damage. To the corner we go. Oh, and we're going to go for the full sequence. We're going to see a burst from Icecool. No, just going to let it rock, and now we're tied up in rounds again.
Yeah, having that 100-meter is such a nice little situation for Izanami defensively, right? Because you can get the super, if it hits, you RC into full combo, or you don't get the super, you RC and you're safe. So
spooky. You see even just a small trade, how much more? Oh, the run under, too far forward, 2C whiffs, forcing a burst out, but Icecool confident that they can get another one on deck with so much life, and again, having the DP already, knowing and throwing it out there. Masoma has just been constantly getting tagged by it, just not respecting this big body with an uppercut.
Yeah, and you'll notice that Icecool is specifically going for the DP as quickly as possible, right? Pretty much every guard string at the very beginning has been meant to unlock DP as quickly as possible. And now, Overdrive Super, that's bigger damage.
That was a huge risk that Masoma took, and it paid off. We got active flow, we got a full combo sequence here, and this is a great start, knowing that Masoma's good chance of getting another burst to keep the offense. Very unlikely that Icecool gets one himself, taking a lot of damage here. There's not a lot of meter on Masoma's side. Counter assault to stay in the game. It's so close.
And now he's going to be forced to use that barrier gauge a little bit more, but there it is again, that jump A. Caught it on the delay right here. Good damage on this one as well. Not going to be able to kill, though.
Is he overdrive? Just a block. There it is, overdrive. Oh,
trying to throw!
Gonna blow him up for it! Barely got the overdrive in time! Icecool, who was sitting on a sliver left, but that offense just gave him enough overdrive.
Tsukuyoni was one of the first, big bullet players that, a lot of people knew the name of, kind of thing. Because this character had been very lackluster prior, and I'm not gonna say she's, the crazy strong character still, but she's definitely at least got some things now.
Yeah, she's got 2B. She's got one of the best crouching grounded normals in this game.
Got a great anti-air as well, but one of the things that this character is very well known for is high damage outputs once she gets heat levels. Mm-hmm. You cannot deny heat level damage on Bullet whatsoever. She is going to hurt you.
Yeah, this Boston Blue beat Towito representing. Oh, there's a DP, so it's a little bit of a kind of interesting hit grab. And that's Tsukuyoni, who's
yes, it is a blockable move on that Dragon Punch, so it's very important to note.
Yeah, that's why you hit grab. It always interesting to get those kind of throw-looking moves, but Towito, even though getting reversal, staying in it, forced to counter soul out, and then air dashing right in, having the heat. Oh, another reversal. Works out for Tsukuyoni, but Towito brought it right back and finished the job for the first round.
Yeah, Towito looked very strong in that round. A lot of emphatic offense, right? It felt like it was almost uncontested a lot of the time, and that can be attributed to that round start, right? That round start made it super difficult for Tsukuyoni to be able to do much about it, unfortunately. Yeah. But now we're seeing that kind of right back, and there's the 2B as a Barre trying to get out. Ooh, reversals again.
Oh, but mistiming on the safe jump gets grab. And a good chance for Tsukuyoni here is going to activate some heat level, try to get the meaty projectile, and now just kind of guessing, giving Towito some space. Towito getting out of the corner, but getting hit by that 2B. There we go. So I like the kind of matchup here because they both know their win condition. That's to get the heat level and put under pressure. Biggest advantage going to if you get heat and your opponent doesn't, because trying to activate it in neutral versus another bullet that has already like level 1 or 2 heat, it's going to be so difficult to at least try to apply that.
Yeah, and I mean, activating heat isn't just a big damage thing, right? It's also making the reticule bigger so that the opponent can't really just be able to do stuff from full screen, and it's also allowing for more options on any conversion. So that is going to make it much more difficult for the opponent to be not afraid of your options when you're in certain ranges.
4.7k off of that beautiful sequence, but again, Tsukuyoni fighting a way out, activating their own heat with the counter assault, and Towito's just going in so hard.
I can't believe that 60 made it all the way that far, because like Tsukuyoni did backdash, but still tried to. Okay, looking for the burst right there. That might come back to haunt Towito. Hold on. Yeah, tried for the 2D, and then Tsukuyoni recognized that it had missed, so tried to back off. There's the lock on, got the overhead immediate burst from Tsukuyoni. Has to do it to stay alive in this first game, but there's the clash. Oh goodness, there's
that was so good. The dash twice under, left side, right side, anti-air, just beautiful from Towito. Calling out the landing, couldn't stick it. Tsukuyoni goes down. Towito up 1 game. Holy moly.
I like the rhythm at which you said there, like left side, right side, anti-air, left side, right side, anti-air. Sorry. That's the first thing that came to my brain when you said it. But yeah, I mean, like, no, that we were talking about earlier, that anti-air in particular is just one of the stronger moves, grounded normals in the game, and I mean, well, you see it.
Alright, big star. Towito, I think, would love to take down the other bullet and be like, I have been the best bullet today. But Tsukuyoni is getting their bearings. But I think the advantage has always been, one way or the other. Oh, beautiful reticle. Good catch up with the drive. And that's gonna let Towito get his corner carry. Oh, but the wake up buttons. I like that.
Yeah, that's the interesting part about lock-on, right? Is you can use it to be able to get away from any sort of side-swapping mix-up, because she actually just like looks for you, and then she kind of figures out what to do from there, right? So that's the nice part about the lock-on, is you can actually use it defensively. It looks like a little bit of a weird move to use defensively, but it slows down your air momentum, and it allows for a lot of other things.
Especially with how high flying and how mobile she is. Nice cross-up in the corner. No one's blocking that. Towito's gonna finish stuff with a super, and it's gonna be on match point. Beautiful, just again stealing the corner to force the cross up, and Towito just going through the bullet playbook and testing Tsukuyoni if he's ready for what his character can do.
Yeah, and I mean, it is going through the playbook too, because that was the first time we had seen that, right? It's not like running the same play twice. No, we're basically seeing every different possibility. And there's that defensive lock-on once again. However, this time Tsukuyoni was ready for it. Has been like, okay, you've been doing defensive lockdown quite a bit. We have to cover this.
Oh, there it is, lock on. Back to the corner you go. This is so much damage. Towito not gonna really have to do any kind of bursts here. Can just kind of sit pretty and just wait it out. Overhead block. And then there's a reversal right through with the heat levels. Going to get the full extension. Not enough to finish the job, but the jump A is going to do it.
Yeah, that looked a lot better for Tsukuyoni. It was able to just kind of... It felt like the offense was slowed down for Tsukuyoni. So anytime there was a scramble, Tsukuyoni kind of waited a little bit more and took a lock-on play out of the playbook, basically. It was just kind of waiting. Oh, you're chilling? I'm going to use lock-on to try and cover more options, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, cutting shear's gonna get 5C fatal countered. Yeah, you burst that every day of the week. 5C fatal counter is a very, very strong start, even if Bullet does not have heat levels available to her at the start.
Right, this is a huge advantage for Towito. Baits out the reversal. It's gonna get some nice damage here. Tsukuyoni with no burst, may not get him the entire round. It's Towito just needing one more clean hit. Goes for the low after delayed air dash, counter assault to get out of the corner here, lock on, more pressure.
There trying to go for the cross up. Yeah, and there's the throw tech. The defense on Towito is looking very strong right now, and yeah, that was guaranteed. Once you saw the 3C there, that was a guaranteed situation. This is the overdrive version too, so that's easily gonna kill. 5.7K.
Off of just overdrive command grab super.
LUEshi is the person I attribute to my strength of the game. because he was my training partner for a very long time.
Yep.
And so there's obviously I have a little bias, of course, but Xcaliburbladez is, Xcaliburbladez though is someone I will never ever understate in terms of skill level, and is somebody who has beaten a number of very strong BlazBlue players already, right? And this shouldn't come as a surprise to a lot of people that have played BlazBlue that these two are, in this position right now.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, Xcaliburbladez is those rare, like, super solid players, play multiple games, and excelling at kind of whatever they go through. It's just, they don't play a whole big bunch, like some other, like, extremely strong talents out. They just kind of stick to a couple. But nice LUEshi just controlling the space here, avoiding Ada, does not want to get put under any pressure, and with Nine's, like, unique dash, able to circumvent so much of that, puts the clock on, time is running out, but okay.
Yeah, she actually makes Ada a very hard tool to use on Oki because Ada is actually a projectile. So, which Nine's dash is frame 1 projectile invulnerable, right? So Carl actually has to do something about the dash on Wake Up. Carl has to meet it, which opens up to a possible Dragon Punch, right?
Yeah, exactly. So it just forces, a different kind of playstyle. But situations where Carl gets the hit, it's Carl time. So you already know in this corner, it's going to be a lot of just jump to C pressure into the hard to blockables, catching the low, and that's going to be a full sequence with a simple clean. And we're going to round number 3.
Yeah, that was very, very strong for Xcaliburbladez. Kind of recognized that the first round was a lot of that command dash, or excuse me, the regular dash just being getting out of any of their pressure. And so because of that was like, okay, we need a meaty for real this time. Okay, the burst comes out, and Ada is still there. Yeah, trying to look out for Ada specifically before doing anything. A very smart move by LUEshi. But now is going to be able to separate Ada from Carl, which means Xcaliburbladez has no defensive recourse, right? Oh, but if you mess up the meaty...
Oh, but we throw out our own anti-airs. You didn't get this combo here. We can take that 3 damage. Into the corner you go. Fairy time. Kind of force out a counter assault. Cool. The rock comes down. And opportunity for LUEshi gets the burst.
Yeah.
Oh, takes it with a clutch block. Knowing that after the projectile came out, seeing that it was time after Andradite had been placed on the field, because that hit and Nine could move during it, was able to just freely block.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason not to block in that situation, like you're saying, right? Because Andronite specifically knocks the opponent into the wall and wall bounces them back to you, right? So when you just wait for the move to finish, you've got all day. It's on the onus of the opponent to find a particular time to burst. And, well, it's really hard when you have no health, right?
Oh, here we go. Call time. And the jump to C. You take mine, I'll take yours.
And that was another situation where there was no reason for Xcaliburbladez not to block. It was basically just right back at you, just like you're saying.
All right. Fairy neutral on deck. There's big normals coming into play. And great block on the rock.
Foco coming out, though. That's going to allow Xcaliburbladez a chance again. And now always be watching Ada's health. It's very important. Just to keep the pressure going right now. Xcaliburbladez out of barrier meter. That means they can't block in the air at this point. They have to make the offense happen, and they smell that. They know exactly that is the situation.
I can't block them. I can't block Rim. We're just going to go in, make it count. There's the DP. Very hard to contest and punish. Gets LUEshi another least in life. It's going to get hit by the projectile. Into the sandwich we go. There's the low. Didn't get the full combo from it, but at least that's going to do it. So, a little scary giving up a guaranteed full combo, but again, LUEshi wasn't like dashing under pressure. Like Xcaliburbladez now up the first round. Oh, counter hit!
Yeah, it's a lot of this delay pressure stuff. I really, really like this because Xcaliburbladez is specifically trying to delay a lot of the pressure now, and that's going to allow for LUEshi to think, okay, I can just forward dash out of this, or maybe they're already using forward dash and back dash, right? And that's going to get them caught.
Oh, nice evasion. Avoided that like a champ, and suddenly LUEshi finds themselves inside the sandwich, and that's going to be it.
Right there with the clap to finish it off. 1 apiece. Xcaliburbladez looks so much better in the second game.
Yeah, for sure. Just defensive awareness, Like the call like in that first round of game 2 where they were like, oh, I don't have any barrier, I'm gonna just go in hard, and it caught LUEshi. And then, you know, like you mentioned how well 9 can navigate around Ada, but if you end up putting yourself in the situation where you sandwich yourself essentially, then that plays right into Xcaliburbladez's hands, and that's what they would want the most.
Yeah.
Is you putting yourself without any other option in between Carl and his sister.
I have no other options. That was the first thing I thought of. Uh-oh. Yeah, no, I 100% agree. I think maybe it was trying to air dash out of there, or not air dash, excuse me, regular dash, and ended up getting caught low, standing up. Ooh, but we caught on the overhead, but no punish right there. The overdrive coming out straight into the EA. That's great for Xcaliburbladez because it keeps the pressure going and gives active flow right now. Yeah, LUEshi is going to have to pull out something, and there's just nothing to other than burst, and you definitely don't want to use that. Xcaliburbladez game point here to make it to top 12 on the winner's side.
Really scary situation here. LUEshi not even getting a chance to stock any spells. The reset. If you don't have your headphones on, if you're not listening to the game audio, then you will get caught. that is the Carl special. Works like 100% in arcades because you never hear that coming.
Oh yeah, it's impossible. There's no way. There's the fairy setting up. Okay. Yeah, the fairy did not get as much mileage for LUEshi as they had hoped, but now, yeah, there it is. A double cross up on this one. That's gonna kill.
Right into the wheel of the Gear of Fate. Still in there, but cannot take a single touch. Trade, what have you. Ada just got a clap and slap.
I thought that was gonna kill for sure. I feel like a W.
Say damn grinning and you don't know why right now.
Well, I mean, that gives LUEshi another chance, but the problem is how are you going to deal with it, right? Like, your burst is still a little bit away. Ada is here. Godhand is, Godhand is a goad, right? Like, using the projectile there as Xcaliburbladez is a way to goad your opponent into wanting to negate the projectile.
Especially when you have to face the likes of Tsukuyoni, Masoma, and others. Oh, here we go. The Ragna mirror match. One of my favorites.
I didn't expect to see this. I don't know about you, but I didn't.
In all things.
I didn't expect to see a Ragna mirror this far into the bracket. Definitely not.
They're always a thing of beauty. I will never say no to a Ragna mirror, be it players like Beta Dude or the many other cavalcade of protagonists.
Texas Ragnas, because there's 80 of them. Yeah, so this is a character that he doesn't mix you up in the conventional sense, right? A lot of people think, oh, it's a high-low game, left-right, yada-yada, right? No, this character frame traps you. He does 2A, and then he delays, and then he does 2A, and then he might mix a Gauntlet Hades in there every now and then, but that's a huge risk. Nice Nightmare Edge on the conversion here. It's going to be able to get a crouching confirm. Goes for the full thing, yeah, 60. He's got all this meter, too. This is going to be easy money on this Carnage users.
And I like that, just knowing the route they can go for, even though they might have been like, I could do Carnage Scissors earlier and finish the job, just getting all the damage to just be sure of it. Just play guy with a nice early win. Gauntlet Hades, the conversion, wow.
And even adjusted the conversion too for the backside straight into the D divider, which was very, very important there for Zonfrost.
Super, super cool to go for, and already went from one side to the other, putting play guy under pressure, big block. Could be pretty simple to get through here with that big counter and confirm, and the resources. Just the Carnage Scissors will seal the deal. No, gets Tex out. Uh-oh.
Yep, still got meter though, and still got quite a life lead at this point. It's going to be hard for Play Guy to make something happen, but at the very least, remember. Oh, okay. Well, I was going to say, at the very least, remember that Ragna can steal life back. However, not really a factor at that point.
Yeah, can't do that when you have no life. And we got round 3 already. It's pretty quick between the two, and yeah, the not calling out the string and into the overdrive. Just wants to get to the corner here and get huge damage. Great pressure, and just a perfectly timed 5B.
Oh, and then caught a jump out right there from Play Guy. That's the only way you're gonna get hit by that one, unless you're trying to forward dash, because there was no counter hit there. So yeah, trying to get the ID. Was looking for Dragon Punch because, I mean, Play Guy is kind of on the ropes right now for this game. And so trying to smell something defensively is going to RC for this life back for sure. It's not going to be a lot, but it's going to be needed. It's going to make it so that one singular hit isn't just the end.
Oh,
delayed air dash. The Arc System works special.
Yep. Low flying Ragna's coming your way.
Low overhead, caution.
Okay, 6A whiff. There's the overdrive. Gonna just press afterwards. Play guy calling it out, recognizing that they were not in a position to get punished, and at that range, it was just gonna be a game of chicken. Who will 5B first? Play guy with the first game win and going right back into game 2.
Yeah, this might be a slow one. This might be a slow burn, I think, because like obviously this is one of those matchups where like you chill because both of you have the exact same god normal like that Jesus kick, and so because of that, you're trying to stay in an area that you can kind of counter the opposing Ragna, which is something that they can also do. It's so weird to explain, but like. Basically, they just can't pick or choose an option unless they know it's heavily in their favor at the time.
Yeah, that's just so they have shown that they know how to get around, and now we got the DP wars coming through. Gonna go for it, yeah, with the RC. Anything you can do, I can do better, but also I can block. Said Sunfrost. Oh, went for their own DP RC. This is just gonna be the tail of this game. Yes, I was hoping they would just keep fighting each other. I wanted them to keep just clashing and hitting each other in the face, but good 6A.
Play guy can't just trade 5B over and over again, though. That's why they didn't do it. And Sunfrost, I think, knew that, so it was like, yeah, I'll chill.
But they should have, because it would have been fun.
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
I would have enjoyed it.
Wow, nice. Yeah, using the instant blocks is a way to force Sunfrost to have to, or excuse me, Play guy to have to run forward. And then now that that's happened, oh yeah, that's a free punish, and that's gonna be all that life back, and that's gonna be a lot of life gone.
Yeah, so the other side we go. But we might see, I'm about to say, we probably see another overdrive on the reversal, but Sunfrost holding onto their burst, knowing that they're up around, so that's always important. 5A trading, but teching in the air, falling jump C is going to work, and Play Guy is going to get on the board for match point.
Yeah, the only way that Scramble could have worked better for Play Guy was if, like, Sunfrost survived a little bit longer so that they could have got more burst in their back. That's about it.
Oh my gosh, not afraid! Even on a crouching A, but Sunfrost showing no fear of their own.
Yeah, and that was one of those situations where, again, the IBs came into play and put fear into the other Ragna, because if you see those IBs in the 2As, Inferno Divider could come out right afterwards, right? Oh, great conversion! This should do it! As long as there's no drops! That was still a drop!
That was still a drop. It wasn't. It's not a drop. Blue beats are still combos at the end of the day. It's not my fault. It didn't hold the button down.
Yeah, as long as the opponent did not attempt to tech, it was a true combo.
You know, the truth is flexible, right? You know, we bend it sometimes.
Unfortunately, you are correct. Yeah, so game number 3 here, and again, this is to make it a top 12. And I mean, okay, so they're both gonna make it to top 12, but it's determined who makes it on winners and losers side. Having both of those chances on the winner side is so nice.
Yeah, your reward is pretty hefty if you can make this happen, Captain. But so far, Sunfrost bringing it back. Play Guy took that first game pretty decently, but in a battle of mirrors, we'll see who reflects best.
Oh, I really like that saying, actually. But there's the unblockable 5B. He's going to get the full conversion off it. Really nice awareness of the vertical height there.
We're keeping it going. Beautiful.
If you're a bit too high, that's not going to end up working out. So...
RC, yeah, get that life back. Right into the Tech 5A. Beautiful challenge from Sunfrost. Because Play Guy put himself in situations where those small drops, where they're like, okay, how do I continue on? Because I don't get a knockdown into my standard pressure. So a little bit overzealous in that situation, because everything went back to neutral was a jump, putting himself at disadvantage. But Sunfrost with an air dash and a huge lead here in their match point.
Oh yeah, faking the 2C right there just to be able to get the free throw. A lot of people see 2C and they're like, oh, it's probably going to meet me, but it's actually just a whip. Oh my god, look at the spacing!
Freaking a whip!
You have to space around it. You don't have a choice. Oh yeah, tried to use what I assume was RC there and not actually meant to be press trigger, but oh, got the throw bait. It's a full counter hit, full conversion here. You're gonna go right into Carnage there's no other reason to do anything else at that point. And Sunfrost is going to take it 2-1.
There is nothing I fear more than a just default palette color Ragna. The winner's side.
We're going to get one of those characters we have yet to see yet. One of the few Litchis left in America with Uri. Because there is very few, if anyone, in America doing it like Uri does with this character.
Yes, for sure. And then Uri's got other picks too, which is always cool. He just definitely enjoys the characters that have the really fun combos that can control neutral heavily. But, you know, anything to contain the beast that is Icecool and the Susanoo. Let's get it. It's a big match. And I appreciate seeing these high-level matches like this that are 2 out of 3. Because a different way you have to play, because it is a shorter set. So we'll see how that plays out. And Icecool with the first big clean confirm, and he's going to go for the unlocks here with that early overdrive.
Yeah, Icecool is a purveyor of violence for sure. So there's going to be a bit of offensive struggle for Uri, because Uri's game plan is going to be to want to be able to get away so that it's impossible for a character with I'll say slightly lackluster movement in Susanoo to be able to get her, but once he's in there, he could very well just be in there, right? Like, and I mean, we're seeing that right now.
Caution, really overhead low. Just great reaction from Uri. He's like, I'm gonna block the overhead. That's a good one for you. But then just getting caught by the ground viper, biting the ankles, and it's just one of those many things you have to just remember. Especially if you're fighting a character like Susanoo, whose specials unlock, so you have to really know what is available and when those cancels will come out.
And there's that Dragon Punch. Oh, tried to jump and block this Bamigaishi on the other side, but it actually wasn't going to end up hitting Icecool, because when she does Bamigaishi in the corner, it does have a set distance that it has to go at that point, right? So it's not coming back down on top of the head.
But not going to be able to finish it off. Available. So I always feel like Icecool had gone for a burst bait and just challenging air dash immediately. So just within those like offensive reads against the burst, found so many little resets, got the burst out in the end, but just played that so well, because that's a common burst point. If I would block Litchi DP and I get that one hit, you'd figure, okay, Litchi's immediately going to go for a burst because, oh no, I used my main defensive resource. But Uri's not one to panic burst, but Icecool says, I'm not going to take that chance. So it's really interesting to see how that plays out in that span of time. And, Icecool just speed running as one would expect. Litchi can put on some offense and play that neutral, but Susanoo can just commit crimes, and Icecool trying to finish that here. Like, I saw a tech 2C as Litchi was running up, and I'm just like, Icecool just saying, if you're not going to stop me, then you're just going to lose.
Ooh, no punish on the 2C there. That's really good for Icecool, because it means the pressure can continue. Max off, though. It's for the JB, and Uri is really attempting to use the staff to be able to cover a lot of things, but, I mean, Icecool seems to be navigating it pretty well.
Double hits on the jump in. Finally gets full combos. This is probably one of the first full combos we're going to see out of Uri this set here. This is really where they play the game really well. There's going to be a counter assault possibility, but catch it as a counter hit. Icecool not having a reversal, had the burst out to get in the corner, especially with the staff down. It's going to mean that there's no chance of reversal here until Uri gets out of blocks.
Good defense so far. Yeah, blocked pretty much every overhead there. It's going to get the staff. That's a full conversion on this one, yeah. Not going to kill, but you're going to be in a precarious situation as you have no Dragon Punch if you're Icecool. You do have Counter Assault, you do have Rambo, but this is Strike and vulnerable. Yep. And there's very little reason for Uri to not do that, because the staff is on top of you, right? So you have to block the staff at first, and then your option after that is to run away. Or you just have to block the cross-up, and it's like, well, what do I do here?
Yeah, without the DP that hits, pretty wide, there's no fear of just crossing through, so really well done.
Call out. He's staying alive, but there it is, getting caught right here. Yeah. When you get hit by this button, staying alive is not the song you're gonna sing for sure.
Yeah, I know, the BGs more like the GGs, but like Uri's still in there, no problem.
I guess at that point it's still BGs, right?
Well, depends on which who you are. Depends on what character.
Yeah, true. You got me. Oh, Secret Man's not gonna help out at all.
Your little buddy is not gonna help out. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, no invincibility on Cigarette Man there for that wake-up option, and because of that, you're just going to perish. You will simply die.
That's why you shouldn't smoke, kids.
Yeah.
Doesn't help you any all. But, oh, the hover, and catching Icecool, putting himself in the corner. Big opportunity for Uri here, knowing that Icecool has no resources, went for overdrive.
Yeah, and I like that. Recognize how Litchi staff works, right? So you know that if you make Litchi block, the staff is no longer gonna keep swinging, and that's only not the case if she's doing 4 wins or like Susanoo Gaishi, right? So as long as you kind of have that down to pat, you can stop her offensive pressure being delayed, and that's exactly what Icecool did. Now has the corner of his own. They get a knockdown with a couple of level ups here. They got the Dragon Punch, got God Press. You have to remember God Press is available.
But a good reversal, catching the backdash, even fatal counter too. Looks like Icecool trying to press with that escape, and now is on the verge of a 1-1 here. RC keep going, but the counter assault to bring back the spacing, bring back neutral.
Block on one overhead. And Viper was available in that time, but oh wow, the staff saving Uri on that one. Keeping the pressure going, but nice blocks from Icecool. The defense has been so important, and the defense is going to get Icecool a possible W. I mean, it just depends on what happens directly after this.
Okay, just a raw hit, nice blocks from Uri. Has counter assault available necessary. The RC until it keeps up, baiting the burst, and then a 5A is gonna do it. Icecool takes the set. 2-0. Defeating Uri and sending Uri to the loser's bracket. Uri has Lambda was like the character that they kind of picked up after the fact and showed so much strength with her. And I think that's like the go-to character he'll pick if it's the most comfort, if it works, right? It's one of those things of like, it's a default character now, where it used to be the S. We feared the S, but the set wanted to go something different and it showed such strength. But Xcaliburbladez that we saw in that match against LUEshi, it's going to be played really hard to keep off you.
Yeah, and I mean, Xcaliburbladez started this round with the exact same thing they did to LUEshi. Goaded Monarch into trying to negate the projectile, got a hit. It didn't amount to a whole lot though, so it allowed Monarch to get out, and now, I mean, we see that it's paying off. There's the crush trigger to break the guard.
Alright, good damage here off the crush trigger starter. And it's going to add up into a nice little knockdown with the safe setup, and counter assault's really the only option here, but the ankles are getting blessed. Oh, watch your dome, and then
up overhead.
Really nice.
Super strong start right there from Monarch. You know, the very beginning seemed like it was a bit sketch, but it did not matter afterwards. We noticed that Monarch had specifically just hit the doll the moment that it was required and then got out of the setup last time. However, it more covered by Xcaliburbladez on this round. And out for that 2-2D, you always gotta watch out for it. There's the overhead.
Very nice. To the crush trigger extension, just to make sure we get as much damage as the knockdown. And you want to keep these combos as long as possible when you're Carl to get as much doll gauge back during them. A little more pressure, but great from Monarch to bust out, and is now separating brother and sister full stream.
Yeah, he's got a stagger pressure right now. Probably trying to goad in the Ada teleport. Xcaliburbladez, though, just content on blocking. And there is another overhead right there. Yeah, just testing the defense of Xcaliburbladez. Forces the burst at this point. And now there's the projectile coming in.
Oh! Hit! Fatal counter! Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Monarch like jumped right before. It seemed like Monarch was trying to get out and then punish it simultaneously, but is going to kill the doll off this. That's very important. Sister's down. Tried to go for the throw bait.
That was nice, but the dash forward, really good, right under the 2D. That was just a good call out. Even if like Carl looks like he's kind of airborne, still kind of snuck under it. So great job of just staying grounded to make it count. Just cross up overhead, and now big damage from Monarch to shut things off.
Conversion off the low here. And remember, that's always going to be separated away from Ada with no burst, so Carl has zero defensive options. That was all on Xcaliburbladez to try and react to every single thing. The overdrive here, just in case the burst is going to come back, and not going to allow for it. Monarch with the first game, third round on a perfect.
Yeah, it was just from the get-go. Really good job getting those hits and just keeping it going. And if again, playing that really strong game of if I get that early hit and I can separate Carl from Ada, from the doll, it makes it so tricky because you're predictable in what your options are to at least bring them back together, and makes it count super well.
Yeah, well, Xcaliburbladez, you know, he ran into a similar situation last time. He was having a bit of trouble with LUEshi on the first game, and then changed up the game plan completely to try and get around that. See what that decision is. The overdrive comes out, not going to do a whole lot, but there it is, a big hit.
Yeah, no barrier block, getting blast. And it's going to be just a great pressure. Now you got to get high, low, air dash.
Is this unblockable? Hold on.
No,
yeah,
that was a good read on it,
option.
but not punished. It was a cool read.
Yeah, see, that's the thing is, like, sure, she can get out of it using the 2TD, but the problem being is like, you know, you just stand under it if she's in the corner, and it's not going to hit you, especially not if you're Karo, because, you know, he's quite small. Small boy.
He does his best. He wears the hat. It doesn't quite work out. We all know.
Thank God he wears the hat, because if not, I would be upset.
Alright, this is another great Xcaliburbladez round with the side swap. Not a lot of doll gauge here to impress more afterwards. It's going to get one mix-up, but getting hit at least lets her recover. Oh, nice sequence.
Overhead on that one. You know, the overhead, I think, has been 3 for 3 so far this set, which Monarch is probably just going to continue using it due to that fact, but, you know, sparingly, of course. Throw on that one, and wow, that was the first time Monarch onto that. Xcaliburbladez ready to attack.
Very nice. Overhead, the first one was fine. The second one, no one's ready for that.
Yeah, the classic. Ooh, got caught in the air, and yeah, now you're just gonna have to block everything without issue. There can be no mess ups here.
Careful, Volante, but canceled out. The overhead, yeah. Overhead's so nice, we do it twice. And that's gonna put Monarch on match point.
Wow, that was... I thought for a second that Monarch was just like hand off the stick kind of deal. Well, hand off the pad in this case, but...
Volante, yeah, just... all of Lambda's blades have, like, the most durability, so going into projectile war with her just doesn't work out.
Yeah, that's the nice part about playing one of the two of the twin Murakumi units, is that their projectiles specifically have that ability to just negate other projectiles. That's what they do. So, but there it is again, yeah, and just a great usage right there, press trigger, but the wake-up option, that's a full conversion because of counter hit. We're seeing the burst. 8 is gone, though. The pressure has to be real good.
No pressure as their escape comes out. There's a gravity seed. And now just has to block again. More overheads working out, but these Xcaliburbladez with the tech dashed into the blades, getting blessed. One more mix up the cross under the purple throw with TRM behind it. That was just every bad thing that could happen. Just did.
Clear with Sunfrost, okay? So I don't want to. I don't want to assume it's always going to be Ragna.
I see 7,428 matches on his player card. I bet those are all just Ragna. He's played Ragna over 7,000 times.
Isn't it by character in this game? I always forget.
I don't remember
because every game does it differently. So I always end up forgetting. But I mean, either way, a good majority, if not every single match, had to have been Ragna. So
that's a whole lot of Ragna. Over 7,000 games played is nothing to scoff at. So here we go.
Absolutely not.
Who will meet Monarch in winners finals? Okay, activation. DP is on, which will be very, very important here, but nice block on the Hades.
And this is exactly what we were talking about previously, was, you know, Icecool very deliberately goes for the Dragon Punch as quickly as possible. And then he's like, okay, now I can start my offensive pressure the way that a lot of people would normally expect it. Look at the defense on Sunfrost.
Overdrive, punish! That was a beautiful on the double sweep. That lingers so long, and that was a good situation to reset. Icecool IBing, getting good blocks, but the delay baited the uppercut. Got a throw afterwards. That was cute. Another
still
uppercut
looking for that uppercut.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's the meaty right there, thanks to the 5-8 whiffing. You get the perfect timing on the overdrive cancel there. It's gonna be great for Sunfrost. It's gonna run out all of this.
Nice tag. Sunfrost. Sunfrost just, oh, I love it. Block 2-2-8s. I got the meter for a DP. You think I'm not? You think I'm not? But still,
this is exactly the offensive pressure that you would expect. But okay, there it is, an overhead. This is a chance for Icecool to make a comeback here.
Icecool's getting on overdrive. If Icecool gets a hit, that's it. Oh, but guess what? It's time for just DP RC. It's basically what Icecool had been doing to everybody else. It's just, I have resources, I'm gonna DP RC. But Icecool just getting caught by it themselves. God press.
Yeah, but no RC to be able to combo off of it. Ooh, erroneously, maybe a little greedy, in fact. Maybe not erroneously. Trying to go to unlock the Dragon Punch there while Sunfrost was completely available to react. And at this point, I feel like we've seen that Sunfrost can react even prior to that overhead. So, I mean, excuse me, even prior to that unlock.
Okay, good block on the overhead, but the RC low, the delay, very cute. Taking some great damage off that. Up 3K to the knockdown. Most spells unlocked. What a backdash! But the crush trigger into the free grab.
Yep, untechable. You cannot tech that throw.
Hold on.
Round a piece now. Oh, goodness gracious!
Oh my god. No burst from that. It's going to just take all that damage with the free unlocks, excuse me. And you love that sequence, knowing the fatal counter combo was there, and knowing that the unlock was going to be comboable, gets the BA, and now we're in a one-shot situation here, as Sunfrost is...
Why do you think I freaked out when the 6C fatal, or the 6C fatal happened and there was no burst? I was like, oh no, you fool! You don't understand!
No, there was a burst at the start there. He had it. He just didn't use it.
No, that's what I'm saying, is that Sunfrost did not burst.
Okay,
there was no burst.
Yeah.
No, you're good. And so because of that, that's why I was freaking out, is like, you can't let this happen. You cannot.
Yeah, the unlocks he got, the way he comboed into them, even at the tail end of it, it is just like Merry Christmas to myself. I just got paid and I'm going to buy myself the nicest present because I deserve it. And that nice present is like 5k damage. Oh, hello.
5k damage and 4 unlocks without having to use overdrive. I'm just saying, there's a reason you just burst that.
Alright, Ragna's on the bench. We're swapping protagonists.
Just like the storyline. Yeah, I mean, it's this does allow for certain zoning capabilities, or at least maybe not zoning capabilities, but to be able to press buttons at a further range due to the drives. But I mean, the problem is if you can't get away from Icecool, I don't know if it matters which character it is.
Yeah, you were winning neutral decently with Ragna. You had the meter for DPs, which were working really well, but now it's like you're not going to really win that the closer button warning. So yeah, the distance be better, but it looks like, oh, okay, DPRC. A little bit of a chance, but with so much specials on Icecool's side, it's going to be just a game of chicken. Oh, no.
I was hoping that was a counter hit, or at least a counter hit with a higher level of the blood, excuse me. Because it was a counter hit, but... Okay, burst right there, double 6A. A lot of people forget about the machine gun. They think, alright, 6A, I'm gonna run forward. Oh no!
Alright, Icecool went away. What a good starter though, but into immediate overhead. We are scrapping. We are just going for broke here. There's no DP on Icecool's side, so at least Sunfrost can do something here in this tech.
Oh, yeah, wow. If Icecool had not already jumped, that would have been a great situation for Sunfrost. But yeah, okay, recognizing the situation. Oh, good lord. If that was fully charged, this would have already have done 4.5.
DP again. I have the meter. You don't think I'm going to do it twice. Yeah. Again, Icecool is not one that you can condition so easily. Okay, super in between, beautiful, and that's a round. Sunfrost staying in there.
Yeah, and you're noticing a lot of the instant blocks too to allow for an extra gap for Sunfrost to be able to super in between. So that tells you that Sunfrost is specifically looking for a situation where they can get out. Oh, that was meant to be an overdrive on the overhead instead of a burst. But the input was just on the exact timing, so unfortunately didn't get it. Not gonna get God Press, not gonna get Dragon Punched. The sway is gonna drop, however, and that's unfortunate for Sunfrost.
Yeah, and you saw after the drop sway, we were waiting for uppercut that time. but Icecool just did a neutral jump, got a hit, and now Summer Cross in the corner. I-beam to stay in there, has a reversal available. Counter assault on the back end into the corner. Icecool got so unlucky there, making a hard read against the counter assault, getting hit by it. Now Summer with a life lead, I can't believe it.
Yeah, we always talk about how big Susanoo is, and I mean, it finally came into play where it mattered way more than usual. Because probably stuck a button into that counter assault right beforehand on accident. Missed the dash sway, so not going to get the full conversion here. And there's the overdrive, just goes for the meaty. No full conversion though, didn't believe. Got over the counter assault, but not going to be able to get the full conversion. And Icecool knew that an RC was coming. Nice blocks out the overhead here though.
Good block, good pull. Oh, no, not it! Oh, but to say that was the round, but the sneaky stuff, the big damage. We have 6 unlocks and half bar. DP, good block from Sunfrost, has to be careful. DP, they die! That's a wrap!
They're not gonna get the burst back in time, and Icecool by the hair on their chin, finishing it off.
The amazing bullet. I'm not sure what Killicobs.
We have not yet seen Killicobs today. I'm gonna click on the profile because maybe it's someone we actually know, and I
couldn't see anything. I double checked, and all I saw was like the Discord profile, which was Killicobs. So we'll find out once we get to him.
Oh, Texas player, so.
So probably a Ragna then, yeah? Yeah, this is Texas, you probably already know. All right, let's get it. Losers time. Whoever doesn't make it out of here is gonna get sent packing back to the kitchen for a snack. Not a bad thing, honestly, but it's one of those sad snacks.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you need a snack to get over your loss, right? Right now, Play Guy definitely only hungry for one thing, and that is victory. Offensive pressure looks very strong. Uri has been unable to get away, and if you're able to shut down Litchi, being able to, you know, kind of like trying to run away, then you have shut down quite a bit of her game, right? She's very good at frustrating you and staying away, much like Hazama. And so if that is shut down, then you can work with quite a bit more. The overhead comes out. I think Play Guy probably wanted an overdrive on that one because that burst was way too fast.
Master of the fast burst, but under pressure here, has 100% meter. Has a lot of options. If he can find a DP or an opportunity for a card and scissors, maybe. Okay, go for the counter assault and the punish too. Wow, Uri a little bit greedy with the tech special. Dash right into the jumping.
That is the classic, because if anybody tries to do a grounded normal, it goes right through, right? Because it's the Shrinking vulnerability. So that's what a lot of Litchi players like to do, and you have to check them on that. You can't allow them to just get away with that.
Oh, counter hit. Full confirm. Nice. Uri. He gets a small damage into the corner and just trying to keep Ragna from just rushing in. So you see those like just well-timed like up back, staying airborne. Oh, but a wonderful DP connects.
Yeah, recognizing that there's no more guard stun once you block the staff right there, right? It's not gonna hit you a second time. So, ooh, dropping the combo there from Uri. Pretty rare that the staff was able to mess that up. It happened. Now Uri's got a deal. He's got to be able to push forward. Wow, caught it, but the staff again messing it up.
No, your best friend is ruining everything for you. Your get out of jail free card is helping your opponent. That's not how it's supposed to work, staff. That time, okay. I'm sorry, ma'am. Helped out with the combo breaker there, but right now, Play Guy getting a small lead in this round. Gets the throw. Has all the bar in the world. Should be able to finish it here.
By darkness on this one, and it's the EA version, so it doesn't grip quite literally, but still alive.
And the big air. There we go. At the very least, there is active flow, so Play Guy will more than likely get a burst before the round is over.
Yeah, even if not, if you lose the round with you'll at least get the burst later. But okay, full conversion on this one. It's going to be able to kill, and yeah, you've got the burst going in the next round. However, you definitely were not hoping for that.
That was worst case scenario, right? Because Litchi's starting back, you know, a new round start with her burst available. Oh, that's not going to be a punish though. Sorry. Play Guy tried to take that advantage. It worked.
It would have been if Uri did not do the fake out version of the move. That's the interesting part about it. So I mean, Uri with a smart choice there.
Right back in. finally enjoying a huge advantage. Did not have this in the previous rounds at all, and with the pressure, the jump B is going to connect. Play Guy managed to escape that situation during Uri's dropping pressure.
Yeah, trying to keep this guard string going, but Uri is just getting so much meter off these instant blocks. No delays are going to matter on defense, but catching the air-to-air. There's the double backdash. Yeah, that's the thing about Litchi. She has access to that. She also had access to burst, so she's able to get out. The staff is available now. Got the hit, but it's just a bit too high to convert off of.
Oh, Inferno! Activate into the full sequence EA just to end it. Never mind. Coulda went for a bigger combo.
I think Play Guy definitely needs to take a second look at how much more damage he's doing before he goes for the ender, because whatever, it seems like they hit the ender way before it's gonna kill a lot of the time.
Oh my god, why is it like this? Why are they tugging? Why are they wrecking my heart into? They keep putting themselves in these like crazy one-touch kill scenarios, or just these like letting each other live, like giving you one more chance, dangling you by a thread. But Play Guy manages. That was just game one, taking that. Jeez.
Oh, just a bit too late. Yeah, it looks like that was the proper idea right there, but just not as many recovery frames as Play Guy was expecting. And now full conversion on the DP Punisher, 4.8 on the knockdown. Oh, straight no overhead. This could very well be death, depending. Drop though, hold on.
We've seen this before, we'll see it again. He's gonna get that life back and put Play Guy back in the game. There is no reversal, it's a counter still available. But there is, okay, the Marlboro Man coming in to save the day that time.
Yeah, Cigarette Man putting in work right there. So again, we talked about how earlier, Cigarette Demand doesn't have invincibility, but very fast startup, right? So it trades, and you always lose the trade. Litchi will always win that, because you're getting fully comboed while she just, I'm just going to get out my hits done here, and then combo after.
Oh, that's big. Dead Spike reverse to that. They don't want to take any extended damage.
Dashes away. Ooh, wow, what air-to-air potential right there from Play Guy, and Tsubame Gaishi is forced here from Murray just to try and keep the corner pressure.
Oh, take 5B. We're seeing some more. Play Guy getting a significant hit here, and now has a good situation of just safe pressure. Meets it air-to-air, but Uri makes it out.
Oh, no punish though. I think Play Guy thought it was going to be a bit more of a horizontal maneuver. I'm not 100% sure how much they know about that, but not going to matter now. Got the air unblockable 5B, full conversion off of it, and Play Guy currently on set point here.
Okay, the scythe over the round start option. That was like a good call out from Uri, but it was just a little too early. But manages to get the wake up button to the corner. Oh, I like that. Overdrive to call out the crossover, gets the EA, gets active flow.
Yeah, well, I mean, Uri was actually able to get around it regardless, and now has the pressure. But again, these jump A's are just killing Uri. Play Guy has been placing them so well. Oh, finally, one whiffs. had the right read on when Uri was going to air dash in, but just apparently the wrong timing.
Okay, up X. Chicken block, and there's the overhead. Try to dash forward. Play Guy bursting. Had to try to stay alive in this with the meter here. The cool crossover anti-air. Press the button. Got blessed, and we're tied up 1-1.
Yeah, that was Uri making the most of every scramble situation, basically, and that was kind of all that Uri could really do, because Play Guy was essentially hitting every possible offensive situation in their favor in terms of like guard string and whatnot. So you turn the fight into a scramble, which if Litchi has staff out, the scramble is going to favor you a lot more, because you at least have two ways to stop the opponent from being able to do anything.
The wheel of fate is turning. Rebel 1, action.
There we go. Okay. Uri with a good needs to win these round starts. Needs to definitely keep Ragna on his toes and just purple throw, good tech, no push-ups here. Yep. As long as he can get that first initial hit and get a safe set of the staff, can definitely do what you see like right here and really prevent Play Guy's approach.
Oh yeah, try to go for the 4D on that one, and there it is, the classic. My attack level is higher than yours. It's gonna give Play Guy another chance though. Despite the immense amount of life lost, you're gonna gain all that back off the cross-up divider. Now you're gonna have the corner. There's no Susanoo available for Litchi here, as you have another set of mix-ups available to you, but good instant block barriers to be able to push out as far as possible so that this doesn't continue to happen. Litchi, yeah, just forced to use system mechanics for defense.
Yeah, not ideal. Oh, the backdash! You cannot escape the boot! We've seen that countless times. Play Guy placing those 5Bs right through Litchi's, and she keeps backdashing, trying to escape from it, and it's just so difficult to backdash Ragna. And oh my gosh, the run-up 5B. I mean, it's nothing special, it's just the timing is so perfect. Like, you know it's gonna be 5B. You know it's gonna be 5B, but even though you know what's gonna happen, there's only so much you can do with this.
Yeah, you want to try to get around it, right? After throw tech, almost always. It's like throw tech versus EZOA in the air. You're trying to figure out an option, but you just can't. Oh no. Okay, well that's a start. Play Guy though, back on set point still, so.
You got resources too.
Ooh, 4 wins,
just
yeah.
jumps out.
Getting around 4 wins by just jumping out and just making it a non-factor is actually really important, because that's that many seconds where, yeah, that Litchi can't do anything protected. She now has to do something with a risk.
Cross up.
Plus frames.
Oh, RC to keep it going, but the double gauntlet Hades! And there you go! Play Guy eliminating Uri. Uri takes 7th place. Run to get here, right? Beating LUEshi. You know, starting in round 2 losers, right? So beating LUEshi, DQ won over This Game Sucks. Beat Fuzzama, who we saw the first match. Beat Masoma to get top 12. So cruising through so many strong players with the arms glowing blue. Here we go. This is going to be a fun one.
I'm a little sad that This Game Sucks DQ, because that would have been a bang mirror. But you know, well, I guess we won't ever have that again. Yeah. And there's the overheads getting blocked right here from Towito. With full, I was gonna say full control up until that moment. But something we did note about Towito was the defensive ability. That was always very strong throughout the match that we've seen so far, and now it's getting clipped. You know, a lot of this stuff is hard to react to, so I don't care how strong your defense is. Sometimes you just gotta play the guessing game.
Well, the challenge is every which way. And then the cross-up, more mix-ups, good blocks. Not quite over yet, and any chance you give somebody, you know, player like Towito's going to definitely take advantage of it. Exploding nail into the counter assault, right back into it. And there we go. Like
low overhead. Yeah, low overhead. Caution. Right there. That's one of the oldest mix-ups in the pain arsenal. That's been happening since CT, since the game literally first came out over a decade ago.
Well, I like it too, because with the chicken block, you force them back onto the ground, and it's like, it feels a little spookier because you're landing into a guess. Great command grab. Oh, I love it. Even if the overhead wouldn't have hit, kind of just like went right into the 2D, maybe catch a mash out, but because it was mistimed, it messed up. And look at Towito taking advantage of it, getting speed, and catching the front roll. Nice.
Yeah, that's one of those situations where you're just pretty much not going to be able to roll. And in this game, the red life only goes down in a little bit, so you saw how much damage all that front roll technically did. But there's the wake up Ashura. Okay. Oh yeah, tried to use the bumper to fake the cross up. I like the attempt, but that was a better one.
And 3 nails, they're all gone. And now we're gonna activate Overdrive just for a little speedy action, needing just 1 hit. But it doesn't matter where you think you're going. Target locked.
I would say there's an inherent problem with activating Overdrive in this particular situation, because it puts you at the mercy of lock-on for Bullet, actually, now that I think about it. Because before you could not block in that state as Bang, unless it was barrier. You had to every time, right? So you had to be on point.
These jump Bs, like these air cancel jump Bs are so clean and on point. Don't really see many Bangs just have that level of execution pulling that off, so I'm really impressed. Again!
Off that, yeah. The float cancels have been ridiculous for Killer Cobbs.
Alright, gonna go Daifunka for the finish, and that's game 1!
The super still gives me nightmares to this day. back in CS1. If you've been playing this game for a while, you know my pain. You know what I'm talking about.
Daifeng, that is such a fun super. Some, depending on who you are and what you've experienced, like from the CT game, that's just his trademark. And it is just so hilarious. But that was, a very, very strong performance. Putting Towito on the back burner, Towito just trying to navigate through the normals. And the thing is, like, you're seeing Killer Cobbs just with no fear, putting pressure on and fighting her, 1-to-1.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's where the biggest thing lies for Bang versus Bullet is that the movement is just completely one-sided. Bang has way better movement, Bullet has a step dash, and Bang has a way to control your movement if your movement sucks, and that's the nails, right? These nails are coming into play quite a bit, and your defensive options are basically limited to how strong your reactions are as Bullet, because if he just keeps doing these flow cancels, you're going to have to deal with a lot. But now Towito on the offensive, good damage here, is going to get those heat levels back. Knockdown.
Yeah, got a good air reset earlier situation. There's the overdrive. He's going to try to zip away.
That's why you try to
lock on.
Oh, 2D! That's going to finish it off for sure. I think bombs everything you got.
I feel like it was a situation where Towito may have been expecting the dash away, or maybe dashing upwards to challenge it, but a great 2D because you can't dash down when you're on the ground. So that's an interesting option to go with. There's the armor, the drive, float cancel. Didn't quite work out. Towito getting a hit.
Yeah, unfortunately went for what looks like J4D, which if that was the case, that is why that didn't work out, because that's not going to hit in front of him. Oh, but the 6D, that's going to get through, and that's a full conversion there. Drop on it, though. Lock-on is available, and yeah, coded out the 2D, not going to be able to get the punish, but is going to be able to get the guard break here on the cross trigger.
I also want to point out that Killer Cobb is at an advantage because they are playing the Bang theme.
Oh, yes.
Even though it's like the nerfed version of it, but still, but Towito not caring, going to turn us around and get around on the board. Here we go.
Opportunity to spend that cash. Towito is staying alive here, basically fighting for survival on this one. Killer Cobb coming into this. They both have overdrive available, so any sort of defensive or offensive frame trap could be detrimental. Yeah, exactly right there. That's it. That could be detrimental because now it's going to give active flow to Killer Cobbs, who is going to get extra damage on any hit, right? So now there's extra damage, and you're going to get that burst back a lot faster.
Towito throwing out more of the reversals, gets the break, but nothing from it, and a beautiful placement of the D shurikens, and a great overdrive though from Towito and answer back.
Oh, but missing the 5C there. Still, getting active flow is important because at the very least you're going to be able to contest with Killer Cobbs' first game. However, 5C hitting at the furthest possible range. The 6C is just a bit too low, and Towito was able to get away because of it. But there, fatal counter. Good damage here because you're going to have 50 meter.
I fucked his air. Not going to go for a super. Yes, it is. Sure. With the poison, it's going to do a silver chip. Enough to finish it. Beautiful sequence there before the burst was available. Here, Xcaliburbladez with the Carl Clover up against Play Guys Ragna.
Yeah, this is one of those situations that I'm not 100% sure Xcaliburbladez has run into on stream yet, where the DP is available at any point for play, unlike previous matchups, right? So this is something where your offense has to be on point. There are no options otherwise.
Yeah. Little boy brought his big sis because Ragna's a big old bully, not letting him get to play at all.
Okay, unblockable chance here, and it could be DP'd. Okay, nope, just got it. Was probably attempting the DP, but one of those things is timing, right? And if you can't get the timing, there's a good chance you might mess up, and then you get counter hit.
Okay. Avoiding the Volante. And this is his Xcaliburbladez can just chill. Can just sit back here with a big sis, but the counter hit, Burst did not want to let Play Guy get any life back. But now we're in that scramble situation. Oh my god!
Fatal counter. Oh goodness gracious. And Carl is tied for lowest health in the game with Ragna, so that's going to do a lot.
Take it blocks. But the
DRM.
That's going to be what a comeback from Play Guy. Well done.
Yeah, the amount of damage that Ragna's going to be able to output on a low health character such as Carl is always going to leave Ragna back in. So I think Play Guy recognized that and was like, okay, yeah, I mean, I'm low, but you have no doll, and I'm good. So As long as the Carl player has no dull, it can feel a lot easier to fight.
That's very true. Back in that corner, blocking the clap. Oh, Play Guy's done a good job of escaping situations. You see that, just the jump forward barrier, slowly escaping the corner, and getting a huge combo here to try to even it up.
Yeah, Fuzzy Jump has been paying off quite a bit for Play Guy, actually. Xcaliburbladez is going to have to figure out a way to stop Fuzzy Jump. Otherwise, Play Guy is just going to get out of literally everything.
All right.
Trying to force a frame trap situation. Wow, caught the dive kick with a jump A? That's pretty rare.
But nonetheless, meter on both sides. There's the overhead to the burst. You have Astro on deck and a pop overdrive. Nice jump to bait out an EA. Got a clash. Volante, yep, RC to keep it safe. And DPRC, and that should be close to finishing it off.
Oh, just barely got it. Nice route there. Straight into the DP after the it's not over yet, the 2-2C. And Play Guy with the first game.
That was good. I love the RC with the Volante behind him, just to be like, I'm chilling. I'm gonna wait this out. I don't want to give you a free chance, and gave himself plenty of time to block it too, because it wasn't like ready to hit him immediately. It was just, okay, I'm in a bad situation. Let me assess it and put myself in a more clear spot where I can keep an advantage after it goes away. That's good.
Rebel 1, action.
The doll has felt like almost a non-factor throughout the set as well. It's, you know, either Play Guy is hitting her and then jumping out, or, you know, the offense just can't get started, or this, you know, what a strong idea to burst here. So the burst theory a lot of the time for versus Carl is to burst him into the corner when he's sandwiched you, so that way you can get him away from Ada, and now he has no defensive options, right?
Yeah, had a burst of his own and could have probably bursted Ragna back into the corner himself, but we'll take getting a hit, and Ada's got a lot of resources, good crossover.
Version into the command grab, uses crush trigger right now. This is going to allow for Ada to get some life back too with the meaty double cross. I've tried to go for a triple, but you can't mess around and get a triple double that easy.
And you left Play Guy alive. We saw what happened in game 1, where he brought it all the way back. There is a burst available for Xcaliburbladez. If he gets hit again, he probably will pop it just to avoid giving up the round here, but under that safe pressure with rush up 2As, barrier going down, but finds a jump in, and Xcaliburbladez is going to survive the onslaught.
And it's a good thing Xcaliburbladez had 50 meter right there, because the doll was not close enough up until after that combo to be able to combo off of it. Yeah, I like that. So Xcaliburbladez wasn't Allegrettoing in the air before, and Play Guy was just jumping and doing jump A with impunity, right? And was just getting away with it, getting all these air to airs and so much extra damage, and a lot better positioning as well because of them. So using the Allegretto just to try and kind of set that situation ablaze and make it so that it's much harder to just kind of gaze that you're going to go for a jump A on every single jump.
Oh, there's the burst out from Play Guy, runs out of the corner. Fountain is a way to escape. But now, avoiding the sandwich, gets the overhead. I love it, but no full sequence afterwards.
Yeah, push into the corner. Miss the dash 5B, which is usually the combo right there. But yeah, you don't miss dash 5B after throw attack. Every Ragna's practiced that one. Oh, they both tried to air throw.
Oh gosh, it gets spooky, but nice double jump out. Still in the corner, but at least Ada is there hanging out. Firm RC. There's the burst.
And it was good burst timing too. Recognize that that was an uncancelable situation, right? There's no more RC, and that could not be canceled into another attack. That blood type had to happen. What a conversion though!
That's really good for Xcaliburbladez, trying to go 1-to-1 in rounds. There's the counter assault, and there's the air-to-air to catch it. Xcaliburbladez putting himself in a great situation to finish it off, and we tied up our game count.
I feel like this keeps happening. Xcaliburbladez will lose the first game, and then it feels like Xcaliburbladez like, okay, I know a way to adapt. You know, I've got a couple of things that I could do now that would mess with your perception of this game plan, and it pays off so well. If there's the download may be slow to start, but it gets there, and it becomes very important when fighting Xcaliburbladez.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those, tried and true players that can make these really good adjustments that will force you to adapt back. Great, okay. Overdrive gets caught out, so there's no burst available. And Ada is there, but the pressure is on.
Yeah, no instant block on the dead spike either, right? So that means the pressure's going to continue. And if you see no instant blocks on dead spike pressure, you know that you can continue pushing forward on the opponent.
Yeah.
Blocks on the overhead, though.
But you can only block for so long. Barrier almost non-existent. In danger state, can't air block anymore.
Oh, but a 2C there to be able to get the anti-air. So,
what?
Oh, this is extra damage now because of the danger state. Oh, but the drop of the combo just a bit too far away. If Play Guy got the micro dash 5C on that, that would not have been a factor. But because they missed it, it's now in Xcaliburbladez's favor. But the 2B!
Cut the crossover. Not gonna burst here, but getting a punch in the face. And Play Guy with that challenge on the cross through, that was impressive. It was a big gamble. But it paid off because Xcaliburbladez was looking to bring it right back.
Oh, yeah. That's right there on the cross-up. That's the situation that the 2B came out from Play Guy last round. But this time it was a bit more airtight. Ooh, tried to use the Confrio armor. And it looked like Play Guy was just ready. The second like the armor came up, it's just like, okay, I'm no longer going to do anything.
Okay, nice. Into the corner you go, and here we go. This is ideal for Xcaliburbladez. With the knockdown, with the pressure here from Ada coming up. Just gets a regular low, nothing too crazy, but it's going to start putting on a lot of damage, and now we're at a checkmate scenario in the corner here.
Well, that's going to be a lot. I don't know if it's going to... Okay, it did kill, and there was still a little bit of Ada meter left, too, so the clap was going to get on top of that. So it was pretty close, but yeah, here we go. Final round here, final game. And this is losers, so this is it for one of them.
That's very spooky here. Then a great back and forth. First hit, Xcaliburbladez. It's gonna have plenty of dog gauge and wiggle in the corner. There is a burst available and overdrive available, but the up back, wow!
Yeah, that again, we talked about that at the very beginning of the set. The up backs, the fuzzy jumping, whatever. You know, if it's fuzzy forward or fuzzy back, you need to be able to stop Play Guy from doing. Otherwise, they're just going to be able to get out of everything. And now you're at the mercy of Gauntlet Hades pressure. You got to react to. Play Guy has another knockdown here coming up. And he tried to go for the throw bait, but there's a TRM.
Shake my hand.
No.
That was the last chance here. But now Xcaliburbladez has to play this perfectly. Has to keep Ragna sequestered. Gets the mix up. There is no burst on Ragna's pocket. But Ragna gets out back to neutral. Volante challenges him to B.
Oh, Gauntlet Hades is the beginning and the end.
When in doubt, Gauntlet Hades.
Very privy to how to fight Bang anymore.
Yeah, I can see that. Definitely for sure. I mean, it was a popular character for ninja enthusiasts, but with such a big cast and so many choices. But, you know, I always feel like Bang players have been like Ragna players through the thick and thin. So we'll see. I was impressed. I could look up earlier. So Sunfrost too, which has been an absolute monster. And there's our first float cancel. Just when you think it's safe, run up 2D to catch any kind of reversal and to dare you to try something.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, if they do try anything, it's a free fatal counter for Kill the Cops. So, but Poison Nail, big damage on this due to that. Watch the life bar just drain. That said 2.6, but it was definitely more like 3.5.
Alright. Sunfrost getting the runner though, and Eagle's third chance. I mean, Ragna's never out of it, being able to steal health back. Oh, doesn't finish in front of the Divider, and nice in front of the Divider. RC gets the air grab reset. Cute.
Yeah, I like that because, you know, that was one of those things where you have to test somebody at first to see what their defensive habits are, and Bang players tend to love to not have to fly because they have armor. So...
Still alive. I felt good, not gonna work though. We got a 2A perfectly timed. Just a, you know, not many. Assure is the faster reversal. So going for like the bigger damage one just wasn't, you know, scattered out.
It also takes the opponent to the corner, right? So it's a reversal that turns into OP for you. So it can be really annoying to have to block afterwards. But yeah, speaking of being annoying, to have to block right here, being in overdrive, getting into Fjord cuts on. Still missing Zon here, which is a 2D.
Yeah, I think it's important to be able to access a really strong super. Nice throw again. Throw is a good option again because the armor's gonna lose to it.
Yeah,
trying
exactly.
to bust out, so it's a really good offensive option. There we go again.
Yeah, and this was directly after Sunfrost blew Killicop's up for not blocking on Wake Up, right? So now you know that Killicop's is like, well, oh gosh, I better block on Wake Up. And then now you're just at the mercy of throws left and right. And wow, caught the Divider with the J4B.
All the needles, well, 4 needles left. Another airborne Inferno Divider into the RC. Just not afraid to let it rip.
Looking for burst, but the overdrive is unactivated. So there are many defensive options that Killicops could do here, but just the option to block. Oh, you cheeky son of a!
Taking a page out of our what we saw earlier in another match. Just the run up in your face overdrive that I wish you would.
Oh, that was so good, dude. Oh my god.
The I wish you would. Beautiful.
My wonder is if that was a OS, right? If that was overdrive Protect OS, because it could have been, but like there's no way for me to know, obviously. Yeah,
oh no, trying to armor through, but yeah, no, it's nothing crazy.
Yeah, luckily for Killicops, right, that had already inputted the the Hellsfang, so you know, not huge damage like it maybe could have been.
All right, Furzan is on deck. He finally Killicop gets it, but overdrive throw, and here we go.
Do it again. I would have done it again. At that point, you're just building burst meter. But okay, yeah, got the fatal counter 3C here. If that combo fully connected into Poison Nail, that would have been way too much. But I mean, hey, we get one here. Problem is there's no full conversion here, so set up the umbrella, and yeah, you can't DP through that one.
That was cute. I like that. Again, just we're seeing so many options and using. Killicop has been really bringing out stuff from the last match we didn't see. But like the umbrella situation was really, really cool. Even if the umbrella didn't really do much, it did its job.
Yeah, well, these floats are actually getting dealt with. Well, I mean, you know, it's not always the floats though. It's not the only thing. The 2D comes out. And, the overdrive did not. Oh, God, the 2D was over it. Okay, fatal counter. See. Trying to get the rest of Furzan now using the umbrella. That's a lot of nails gone, but it's a very safe situation to deal with if you're Killicops. And there it is, command grab to finish it off.
Right. One game apiece between both these amazing players. Just almost just immaculate Ragnas and bangs, and just so evenly matched. I am enjoying this thoroughly.
Ragnas and bangs and nails, oh my. One of my favorite singles. Big fan. Oh yeah, the delay on that right there. Yeah, so the counter hit, if you hit counter hit Dragon Punch, literal Dragon Punch, it does wall bounce, so you get a full conversion off it. But there's a fatal counter on the 60. Now, if this was old Ragna, I would say that this person, that Killicops is about to lose 70% of their life. But luckily for Sunfrost, that is not the case. However, there is a fatal, and this is going to be a lot of damage. That is guaranteed.
Oh wait, here we go. Oh, the throw, nice tech. We gotta tech the time and the fatal counter explosion. Oh my goodness, with the meter here, shouldn't be no problem. Right into Ashura. Beautiful. One round away, Killicop making top 4. Inching his way closer, just needs one more round against Sunfrost to eliminate him.
I think maximizing the damage out of Killicop's conversions has been very, very important. And oh, no full conversion off of the 6D counter hit. How rare, especially with a bumper already on the field. Yeah, just standing by. I like the decision right there because now you're forcing the onus to be on Sunfrost. And if Sunfrost can't figure out where to approach, then you're going to allow for Killicops to do exactly what just happened. Okay, blocking the overhead here, another overhead, another block out, another overhead, and then Dragon punches out! Woo! Full corner carry here. It's going to be just a little bit of life back as well on a 4.3. Oh no, opts not to do the rest of the ender because once the conversion, right?
Oh! Overhead, the meter available, should just go to Funka to finish the job, and that's going to be Killicop! Going all the way to top 4, losers semis activate, eliminating Sunfrost. Going for a ride to the wall and just really good overdrive into just the forced mix-up. It's so hard to deal with. Trying to guess for a DP, trying to even dare to try a counter assault. Icecool, you might have went in expecting the Lambda anyway, so it was going to be a Terumi no matter what. But you might play something that's going to be a little bit smaller of a character, a little more mobile, so you don't have to deal with just kind of sitting there and dealing with it. So I'm sure at this point it's obvious. I mean, it goes without saying that Icecool and Monarch can play casuals, tournaments, you name it, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, these are two of the heaviest grinders that do play online, quite honestly. So, if there's anybody that knows each other, at least these two do. Oh, wow. Very interesting start right there from Monarch. Was maybe expecting an immediate backdash at round start from Icecool or something. There it is, 2-2D. Not going to be counter hit, so it's not going to be a conversion off of it. And Icecool is going to at least have a chance to be able to find way out. And yeah, immediately Dragon Punching again once they saw the overdrive activation.
All right. Now just trying to get through Weather the Storm. And I love Monarch's just like slight movements in the air and back up and move forward just to get that space perfect. It's a hit. Went for a jump, got more extra damage off of it. I mean, there's a lot of resources here on Icecool's side, but he's getting attacked trying to escape. And there is the super with the meter.
Yeah, well, meter is an easy resource for Terumi to get. I mean, as you can just watch every combo, look at how much meter is built on every individual hit. Already has 50 meter back, and look at the amount of meter gaining when they get hit as well. So using that as a reversal is just fine. Wow! Active long enough to be able to catch? That is a surprise.
That was hilarious. You even saw the animation through the entire time. It's like, okay, cool, I can overdrive and pop it, but EA would have been the opposite, I think. That would have been enough vulnerability to break through. Jeez.
Yeah, Monarch recognizing there's not enough meter right now to be able to get out of this, so it's just putting the pressure on as much as possible. Monarch in control. As for the overhead, yeah, Icecool probably practicing the rule of thumb right there to be able to block the situation, which is, you always watch Lambda when she's shooting the swords, right? Because Lambda's animations will give away if it's going to be an overhead or a low.
Yep. Very smart. Still under pressure. No backdash or up back. You see Monarch trying to catch something, but sitting pretty in the corner here. I say that. That's a huge hit. Going to some great damage. And a nice situation where you have to expect a counter assault. That's like the one big thing there. But beyond that, nothing too scary. Oh my god!
Got over it, but no punish though. He's gonna have to use some of that meter to keep that pressure going. He went for the throw. He's gonna get Dragon Punched for their trouble. Ooh, drop the combo!
No punish! Whoa! What an activation! Overdrive! And that's gonna work. Aw. You saw Icecool try to dash forward enough to avoid the super, but got pierced. Even on a hit. I was not expecting that way to end that round at all.
I can't believe Monarch was able to block in time. that's what I'm still trying to figure out. Was like, how did this happen? I was with Icecool. I was like, you got him. Nope.
The wheel of fate is turning. Rebel.
Right. Game number 2. Run up and just pressing that button, impressing themselves. Monarch gets the overhead and gets the burst.
Again, another situation where I feel like that was most likely an attempt at an overdrive, but just a little bit too late in terms of reaction time, which is very, very unfortunate because that is the worst time that you're going to get that burst, and especially now that Monarch is taking control.
Low into combo, yep. Gotta guess, and guessing wrong. Monarch just showing the offensive pressure that he can dish out. When you're trying to rush him down, he'll just rush you down back.
Ooh, yeah, air throw. That's going to finish it off, most likely. As long as there's no drops, of course.
Simple finish. Monarch looking to get up to 2 games. Has not really given Icecool any chance to really breathe or opportunities to put pressure on. Yeah, Icecool's running after him, trying to get at least push Monarch to the corner, but Monarch with the DP immediately noticing the overdrive to escape.
And then caught the no-tech as well. Is going to be able to steal the corner because of that. Oh no, this is just going every which way of the king.
Alright, gonna set up the super. Now you gotta guess the meaty situation afterwards, and that's a double perfect. Coming through for Monarch, taking a 2-game lead against Icecool. Are we gonna see Icecool make the switch now?
I think even if you don't make his character switch, you need to take a second. Because this is a steamroll right now. Monarch is feeling just about every force of the universe. And so you at least need to chill out for a moment and kind of think about what your options are. It is going to be the Susanoo.
Yep, here comes the big boss. You have defeated you defeated the sub boss in Terumi, all right? You knocked him down. So he had to hijack the armor, go full power mode. Can Icecool bring this back 3-0? It'll be a tough mountain to climb against the king himself. But if anyone's going to dethrone Monarch, it can be Icecool.
Well, this is the thing that Icecool didn't want to have to do because of not only the movement factor that Terumi was obviously brought out for, but also the size of Susanoo. Susanoo is at the mercy of pretty much every sword just simply due to how tall and how wide.
Yeah, and the run startup is always a little bit slow. When he gets going, it can be pretty quick, but it's just difficult to even get that situation. But at least at this time, has put some pressure on. But now you got to crack open Monarch, which is easier said than done.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, you're just looking to try to 6A just to be able to get around having to be full screen. And then maybe get a seal. Was looking for a backdash on that one. You can tell it. Oh, it connected. No full conversion, though. And now it's just putting a lot of pressure on this barrier. Because what you want to do versus that is attempt to insta-block barrier to be able to push the character out with the crush trigger. Free throw, free full combo. And that's an active flow.
Yeah, this Icecool is finally getting a lead here. 2A, the counter shot comes out either way. Now Icecool has to block with a nice life lead, but that can get erased pretty handily if Monarch can start racking up these damage, especially with all the bar they have.
Nice, barrier at the last second. So you take about half your barrier gauge, but you don't get guard broken. And I mean, oh no, what a drop. Oh,
unfortunate.
Monarch gonna be able to just run away with stealing that burst. That was just out of range. Oh, and then caught the no tech. Yeah, you can tell when Icecool is just not trying to block.
Good block still from Monarch. Forced another counter assault, but happy to use it, especially now that 5 seconds left on the clock. No overdrive to stop the timer. One settle, and Monarch with the long con. Now match point to get to grand finals.
Yeah, that's why Monarch set up the gravity seed and immediately just started throwing swords as quickly as possible at a distance, right? It was just to make sure to run out the timer and make it so it was impossible for there to be any life loss.
Good pressure. Again, knowing what they have to do with the big lead they have and the burst available. It's just like there's not many options that Icecool has. Has a couple unlocks, but nothing that can really keep pressure going. That's safe at least. But runs up and gets a hit.
Yeah, one of the rare times where 6D is unable to catch Susanoo due to his size because, he does lean forward on the run. If we get around, this should be safe pressure, and there should be a free punish on this one.
Easy enough. Simple. Hit the dirt. And erase the life bar. That was still not going to be the end of it, too, so there was plenty more damage left to the table. Icecool, signs of life with the round on the board.
Yeah. Strong recognition of what situation to set up after the knockdown. Dropping the combo. That's good for Icecool. It's going to give a second chance here.
Difficult already, though. Without any unlocks, already under pressure. That's going to overdrive, trying to get some stuff with that. DP out on recognition once again.
Oh, what a pickup! Are you serious? That was so good. Okay, crush trigger right there, and that one looked like it was fully charged. I think that may have been level 3 crush trigger. But full damage here on the active flow right now. Yeah, I was looking for that counter assault, and Icecool finds a much better time to place it, and then does not get punished on the 6D. And then 6A comes out. Now he's got the DP available to himself as well. Hold on. I don't know if you can count Icecool out. Oh, it jumps out of the gun, press no full conversion, and then takes the burst off the RC from the overhead. Now you can count Icecool out.
That sequence, the foresight, the presence of mind of getting that one hit. Okay, he doesn't have like a big dancing low. He doesn't have
further reaching one is 2D, I think. So
yeah, and that's a little bit slow. So it's just like, and that'd be a hard guess. Like some other characters, I think, work better against Bang because they have those checks against the armor. But not that we see Killicob like throw it out in neutral a lot. It's more just in the scramble situation sometimes, or definitely with under pressure. Let's go.
When already a JD here to send a message, goes to the low, and there it is. Our first float, JB. How many are we gonna get? That's the question.
Count him out. That was the first one, but this the first big combo from Play Guy to get some life back, take a lead here. Now Bang without really much resources, gonna have to overdrive to stay in there. 2D, 2D! Oh my goodness, I love it.
That's how you know you're a Bang player. What a fake out right there on the overdrive dash. Big damage here, 5C, 6D into Ashura. Finish it off.
They keep giving Killicob full power. We had the Bang, the lyrical theme, and now we have the regular gameplay theme. And there's the burst out from Play Guy, and I want to take that damage and give Killicob any of Fuzzama.
Yeah, unfortunately was unable to get the full combo on this one, but he's got the crouching confirm here, recognizes it. Give some of that extra life back too, which is real nice. Always one thing that you got to remember, despite the fact that Ragna is tied for lowest health in the game, he has definitely got way more health than he lets on. Oh, is that 2D? Yeah, immediately goes for close, which is plus.
Blocks, and a good challenge there from Play Guy. In the corner is Killicob. The whip punish, beautiful RC into extension. Gonna be one more hit after this, but this is a really good round for Play Guy.
Life bar draining, gotta be watching out for that armor, and I mean, that's what Play Guy has been doing, but oh no, one more armor showing up, and now you gotta watch for the meter. The overdrive is out. Could do full combo into Daifunka, but I think this is gonna be a reset in the middle of this, maybe. No?
I don't need to. Yeah, that's it. Didn't even have to use Daifunka. What a beautiful conversion. That overdrive setup was really well done, and Killicob played that perfect after the blocked uppercut. Wow.
Yeah, it seemed like in the middle of that, Play Guy was very specifically looking for, 2D. You saw just like back up and then wait 5B when anything would whiff. And it paid off really well for a little bit, but then, literally could not finish off Killicob, and Killicob made the comeback.
That was an amazing comeback, just good awareness of it. And now, he said he's gonna DP and he's gonna do 2D, and he did it, so. Killicob not lying, although getting blessed. Overdrive down for Play Guy, but not Killicob in the corner.
Oh, the 60 is gonna counter hit. Yeah, that could have been a full conversion. A little hard to gauge as the backdash comes out, and yeah, it's so interesting. I feel like Play Guy is coming out on top in a lot of air-to-air exchanges. Oh, and now catching also the roll on top of it.
Good start. Backdash gets caught. And that's the way
Killicob is definitely showing that not wanting to block is the onus of the game. This is exactly. Killicob is not trying to block.
Oh, do it again? No, got hit with the overhead. 6C. There's the low, and then the counter stole someone's game.
Tried to 2D there, yeah, but the armor wasn't available yet. He was expecting Inferno Divider. Inferno Divider did not come out, and Play Guy patiently waited on this one.
Yeah, waited and pulled the trigger on that at the end there. Oh, explosion. No full combo, though. I like that Tech 5A.
2. That's 2. Only 2.
Alright, there we go. Classic 6 or 5C. It's a small extension, but now in the corner as Play Guy's gonna get some damage off. And starts to steal back some of that life to try to get a lead. Oh, that was a big risk. Tried it again, but was able to block after the 2D.
Oh wow, yeah, was doing that 2A specifically to get around the second hit of Gauntlet Hades just in case. And it ended up that the first hit was whipping regardless, right? He's now just trying to do some safe pressure. There's number 3, 4, 5.
Blocking a lot of them. Tank, DP, it's gonna catch. And with the air-to-air, it's really good. Play Guy has resources and opportunity to get through with the Gauntlet Hades RC. Let's go.
Conversion as well. Nightmare Edge, only one hit. It's gonna be, yeah. It's just so rare that Killicob is blocking on Wake Up, and now there's the nails. The 2D does come out, and recognizing that there's no buttons being pressed, leaves, and there it is. It's gonna catch the Blood Scythe.
again, we saw it the first time come out with no repercussions, but Play Guy definitely took it a little too far. Kill a Cobb with the big green on it. It's gonna get so many seals into the command grab. Its half-life already gone.
And then faked a float JB on that one. So do I count a faked float JB? Because it's either 6 or 5 right now, depending on, you know.
Oh, we had stormy weather. We had to get through. Oh, here we go. Activate.
Oh, but the DP, yeah, that's really good timing right there. Rare footage of the explosion not actually catching everywhere on the screen simultaneously.
Jump cancel. Nice chase down. Oh my gosh. Wait. Pressure. The fadeaway jump C up backing for Play Guys worked out. Oh my gosh. Gotta fucking confirm that let it rock. That should be it.
Oh, Purse just barely not making it back. It was just a sliver away from it, but Play Guy is now still alive in this. What a piece here. I gotta say, I feel like the blocking less on Wake Up has been giving Play Guy a lot of damage. I mean, you know, I can say for sure that Killer Cobb is blocking on Wake Up sometimes. That's not for debate.
Oh, of course. But you gotta mix it in. You have armor like that. There's no reason not to throw it out, especially again against a character that has more straightforward buttons. You're not really seeing a lot of throws from Play Guy. So it's something that is not. He's really being attentive and wary of the armor. But look at all of this damage that's come out so far from Cobb. Posting a DP out from Play Guy gets a hit, but still has to worry about this.
You have to DP. You don't have a choice. Yeah. You literally have to, because that is just inescapable otherwise.
And the Wake Up no block, again, a good situation to use it, because if you're Killer Cobb, like, okay, Play Guy's gonna pressure, he needs to get some hits in and some life going off of me, so I'm just gonna take advantage of the situation. And now match point again.
Conversion here all the way to the corner carry as well. A little bit differently here for Killer Cobb, but oh yeah, I got caught after the throw attack. And again, you mentioned it earlier. You know what's coming if a Ragna throw attacks. It's only a matter of when. Oh, got the hit, but did not get the full conversion here. Counter hit on the 2D. That would normally be huge damage, but I'm not sure the routing was perfect.
And one more hit from this is gonna put us at double match point. Oh, and the bait on the the counter assault. Slash dead angle, slash alpha counter, slash, you know,
what game is this?
pick whichever.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of those reads from Play Guy where you have recognized throughout this entire time Killer Cobbs is rarely blocking for very long and clearly does not want to block for very long. So eventually they're going to use another defensive resources, no matter what the situation. Okay, one more.
So much overhead off the bumper for the full conversion. Slide, he's safe.
Slippity slide. They got Furin Kazan, so now your jump button is disabled. What a hell's bang! That's crazy.
That was amazing.
No! I guess Play Guy must not have recognized that 2D was going off that entire time.
All right, so let's see
if
Killer Cobb can keep the mantle going of top North American bang up against one of the strongest in the world, Icecool. Losers Finals, DreamHack Beyond. Let's get it.
Yeah. I am very surprised at the round start. I would normally expect Killer Cobb to be the one to run away at round start because of the immense strength of Susanoo around start, but it's completely the opposite. Killer Cobb chasing down and then not working out. Now we've got an overdrive ender for Icecool, has got 3 of the seals so far. You know, one of those being TP, dirt kick. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, the low this time. Got a counter hit.
Yep, 4.
Good blocks. Everything getting blocked. Except for the basic overhead, but that doesn't mean anything. Like the 6
well, it could have.
With the bumper there.
Yeah, exactly. So what I'm surprised about is the bumper did not get canceled into. It must have been just too far away.
Great round here for Icecool. Trying to bait out the 2D. You see the kind of fade away. And good first round. So now we have the Icecool power up though. I thought
we have must die.
I was like, okay.
We have it's not must die. It's a black onslaught.
Oh, okay. I don't have the music volume too high, so I heard someone singing. I'm like, oh, never mind.
Yeah, because I heard big mistake, and that's black onslaught. I know.
Alright, there we go. Good sequence here from Killer Cobb. Didn't get to extend it more. And tried to armor through, denied by Icecool. But overhead comes out. One of Bang's many overheads.
Yeah, trying to get the rest of the seals here. Now there's the explosion nail. Empty jump low right there, thanks to the nail causing a bit of visual noise and increasing the mental stack there. There's that 2C, but it did get beaten out by the jump D, causing it so that it was just a bit too early.
Good blocks here from Killer Cobb, not trying to give up the round. Has plenty of meter too, but there's
TRM.
the TRM. Here we go. Icecool with a lot of specials unlocked. Some level 2 with the spin dash. That's going to be a good knockdown.
This is the most blocking I've seen Killer Cobb do in the entire time. Jesus.
I like it though. Any one mistake against in that position against Icecool, you would have just forfeited that round. Oh, 2D?
2D catching the cross up, yeah, and that's also going to be closer to the corner for Killer Cobb. This is better because now you get the setup, and that's going to be the command grab. It may have said TRM, but it's untouchable.
I like that setup. That would like be a meaty, but then also catch the roll forward.
Delay there, dash finally into the low. I guess Icecool was already privy to it. They got hit. Wasn't ready to be mixed up. There you go.
Oh, the tech roll forward has been good at stopping that. Good reaction from Icecool.
Yeah, that is one of the weaknesses of the umbrella setup, right? Is that you're not able to meaty a tech roll. So if the opponent decides to delay tech, sure, you're fine. But if they do a roll, I guess it's not gonna matter. As it found the gap and it hit the command grab. Gonna finish it off there. Killer Cobbs with the first game.
Yeah,
can't leave a gap when they have Fur and Kazan.
Yeah, just dealt so. We got a good call out. I mean, it was good awareness of it. Like, might as well let it rip, because if you got DP'd on reaction by Icecool, it's like, okay, whatever, right? I get out of the corner, if anything, and I'll take like a little bit of damage, but the threat of that is just too strong. And all right, Killer Cobb needs 2 more. Oh, the explosion in the air! Got the full conversion off of that. What a jump D.
Yeah, that's why I was so surprised during the last set when it didn't hit. Because normally that thing is so gigantic that you just always expect it to connect. And I think we're at 7. Look at GPs right now. Gotta keep my counter going. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Keep it up. The damage counter is going up big time for Icecool. He's just menacing through this round. Gets a small drop and escape there for Killer Cobb. Other side, the DP gets baited, and there's no resources to escape. There's no burst. There's just a bunch of meter, but a bunch of damage for Killer Cobb. One more hit.
Now recognizing that doesn't even attempt to expend any other resource other than the nail because of it. Has now just got to be able to catch Icecool without putting himself in too precarious of a situation, but he no longer has nails, right? So there's no longer protected offense.
I like using it for the bumper. That's really smart. Some mobility. Mega lifts. Run forward in one game, but that should do it.
Yeah. Really a decision on that one if you want to burst or not. That's all that really was at that point. And I can't really say it would have been a bad burst, because you definitely could have won off of it, but at the same time, it's kind of scary to do a burst there.
Yeah, sometimes some people just don't want to be heroes. It's fine. Not everyone is suitable to be one of those. I understand.
Trying to go for the safe pressure. Is trying to look for the 2D, but eventually gets the fuzzy setup right there. So instant overhead. Ooh, dropping the combo. Cobb's is gonna love this. Oh, trying to fake it out, yeah. And recognize that the DP was available, so it went for the 2D rather than any other sort of mix-up, right?
The pressure, the damage, and this is, it's a little bit of damage adding up. Again, another 2D to bait out the DP, and that's how it comes out. You see other.
Wake up, throw, recognizing that Icecool loves to just run and chase them down somebody's backdash, right? Overdrive comes out.
Yeah, he ain't gonna block.
Oh,
no, just gonna get blessed. Good call out. I like that.
Is that a chip kill? Or did they get hit?
Good question.
Because there was no barrier extended. Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like it hit, but you put like the second guessies in my head.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
It's okay. It like either one could have been an option, but it was a smart option. It was a low risk. All that could really happen is like maybe EA, but that would have been like a gamble on Killer Cobb. Okay, 2C, there's that big button, finally connects. It's the first time we've really seen as an anti-air work out.
Yeah, try to catch the backdash on that one. He's gonna be able to get the Dragon Punch afterwards as well. And now, oh yeah, that's a punish.
Saw it was grabbed, but it was a little too late on the EA, and that's huge for Icecool, who's running away with this.
Ooh, caught the 6D, yeah. Those are a pretty big bane of a lot of these armor moves.
We'll finally get to one, and just let it rip into the command grab. All right.
It's so weird seeing easy combos off that, because like back in the day you couldn't do it. But gonna get the throw on this one. Icecool now. Another round up.
That was the power of
3 out of 5.
The power of a grounded DP, not airborne. So you don't really got as much time to punish it. You saw the second one come out immediately. Now we got a bumper, but not gonna get a chance to use it here. Icecool's gonna just protect the bumper and avoid any shenanigans.
It's blocking just about everything. The dirt kick, though, finally causing an allowance of mix-up here. And then there, oh, with the RC, no full conversion, though, and the bumper's going to allow him to get away. Now he's got the hit. Now he's got the reset.
Oh, side swip. That's good. Into more pressure. And then immediate burst on the float. Jump B.
I believe is at 8. Oh, dirt kick, yeah. Because it's level 3, it now guard breaks. You have to bury your dirt kick.
Never yet. Next hit will do it.
I tried to kill off the blue beat, but still not enough damage. Oh, there it is, 2B. Or 2B, excuse me.
Big chance.
Big damage.
The damage here is going to be a one-touch game for either player. Can kill a Cobb. Find what he needs with the umbrella, but the wow.
Yeah, lightning bolt is way too fast for you to leave any sort of gap right there. That is a masher's tool for sure. Quite literally.
Well done. Just like any option, didn't want to use a DP, just call the fastest one. And it's like the umbrella hasn't really worked out against Susanoo. We've seen Killer Cobb go to it a couple times against Ragna and Icecool, but it's just not been effective. Let's see if what Killer Cobb makes for adjustments here. But right now, Icecool 1 game away from getting the rematch with Monarch.
Yeah, although Killer Cobb making him work for it. He's using that bumper to great effectiveness, yeah. Probably tried to do a low versus the 2D. Either that or went for a throw, maybe?
Nice.
Regardless, it's not going to matter because the Dragon Punch is covered with the Explosion Nail. Another full combo, still not going to kill, but Kazan is available. And yeah, Explosion Nail catching the big body that is Susanoo. Yeah, exactly. Wide boy. Ooh, didn't get Poison Nail, so couldn't finish off.
Oh, 6-speed. And then there you go. Just a good pressure, just unrelentless, knowing that you cannot let Icecool get any specials unlocked. You cannot give him a chance here. You're seeing a lot of callouts, but none connecting, and that lets Icecool get the overdrive into activation. So that's a lot of specials unlocked here.
Yeah, I think at this point, Killer Cobb is wanting to hit these callouts as much as possible because really needs to make something happen. And yeah, just keep doing the same pressure because you know Killer Cobb is going to attempt to not block as much as possible with overdrive on.
And there's the delayed uppercut in your face. Again, daring you. Just block. Just telling you. Stop it. It's okay. Come back sometimes.
Icecool is on set point because of it. So
already unlocked DP and using it perfectly, but it's a big counter hit. It's a shot here for Killer Cobb to take it to game 3, but game 5, but it's gonna need a lot to make it happen.
There's that explosion. Yeah, it's plus at the very least. But there's number 9, number 10, number 11.
Extension, nice. To get as much damage as you can before the burst is available, or overdrive. Great ice beams.
Yeah, that might have been a punish. That might have been a punish even, to be quite honest. I'd have to double check the crate data, but whatever the case may be, Icecool's gonna run away with it right now. Got the throw, no TRM setup either, but he is close to active flow. Saw the attention.
Okay. Big advantage here for Icecool. Just needs double poison, catches the backdash. There's the burst, gets the poison off. The nails finally come out, but oh, it's gonna work!
That's guaranteed at that point. But you have to get one more because Susanoo has big body boy health.
There's an Astral.
Oh, the overhead!
Oh, it's over. As long
as there's no drops, hold on. Okay.
It's over, Icecool with a sliver of life.
You have to bring something new to the table. And Terumi I don't think it's a bad pick, especially considering the level of movement the character has, and then the reactionary supers that you can do versus a sword call, right? But Susanoo is the strongest character in Icecool's arsenal, without debate. But it is Judgment Day, and we will find out who will be judged here in Grand Finals. First game, Icecool versus Monarch. Monarch on the winner's side. Icecool has to win 2 sets. Here we go.
Rebel 1, action.
All right, opening gambit, jump forward. Monarch with the patient block, taking the throw, and now it's game time. Look at the space, and but he gets caught. This is great. This is the best Icecool. This is the best chance Icecool has. You got Monarch in the corner. You have it early without counter assault. So now it's your chance to break the guard, and there you go.
Yeah, if anything, that got the burst on top of everything. So I think that's pretty good for Icecool because he's also kept Monarch in the corner so far. Now finally a challenge though. He's able to get out and meaty pressure to be able to get away from the Dragon Punch.
I mean, that's kind of what you see, like I said early on, right? The Dragon Punch is just can be a liability because a lot of her pressure is not going to start from that close for it to be effective.
Yeah, well, I mean, especially if you know the Dragon Punch is available, right? You're definitely not going to attempt to do so when you know that that's going to happen. Okay, trying to go for delay. There was the attempt at a fuzzy. But Monarch just remaining stalwart. Unshakable defense.
Overall, it's not IBs even. It's just, I'm just going to straight up block. Nothing really scary here. And it's made it really count. This is just taking our sweet time there. Finally get some space. But doesn't get an anti-air. It's a big chance for Icecool to finish the job on round number 1.
Yeah, even the most defensive of players will eventually attempt to press buttons after a while, and Icecool recognizing that and, was able to get in with that air dash. So it's a good call. Only 14 seconds left on the clock, though. I mean, Icecool could, potentially look at time. The problem is, are you really going to block that long? And maybe not. Now you just make this the longest possible combo with your Monarch.
Yeah, it's gonna.
Whoa, okay. For a second there, I got worried.
Monarch got it.
Yeah.
Barely.
For a second there, I got worried.
Barely. One hit was all it took. Like 2 hits at the least. To just take that round back at literally 1 second left on the clock. Gosh damn.
Counter hit on that too. That's full stagger. Just keeps the easy combo on this one. Goes for another overhead here. Icecool seemingly Pringles on these overheads so far.
It's so good because that overhead is so kind of slow. So it will just catch you, guaranteed throw off the crush trigger. Big damage coming out here, and this is Monarch with a huge lead. Oh, the tech into buttons, but Monarch waiting to get counter assault. Oh, with the air grab instead. That was clean. It's gonna be impossible to burst here.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, it's not going to kill anyway, so... Oh, is that a punish? Yes, it is! Okay, this is very important for Icecool. It's got to take this all the way to the corner at the very least. The question is, do you end in EA or do you end in the unlock super? You do, okay.
Counter assault available, but we're waiting for it. So Monarch was like, I know you want me to counter assault. That's why you saw Icecool go for jump cancel. Yes. He went for a quick button into the air dash just to bait out counter assault, but Monarch not giving that for free and got the anti-air on Icecool's gambit.
Ooh, and Monarch again with the unshakable defense. This is just... I mean, that is a defensive decision to make, right? Is to not counter assault, instead do 5A, like you're talking about. And so that's where the unshakability comes in. That's why it's so important to be able to keep composure, and somehow Monarch just continues to do it. And I mean, when you have a set advantage, I guess it's pretty easy, right? Or at least it's easier. Oh, overdrive in response.
That was cute. I like that. That worked out so well.
It's gonna put Monarch much closer to active flow now as well.
We'll get a small reset into more damage. So it's give a great life lead and a lot of bars. So any pressure that Icecool tries to get is going to be answered by either just big damage or counter assault. This is just looking rough out here again, like we saw in Winners Finals.
Yep, backdashing just in case. No, but there it is. Legacy Edge. Gonna finish it off into the other super. Wow, Monarch is looking impossible to stop, even offensively, not just defensively. I know we talk about the stalwartness, the unshakability, but good lord, does offense seem hard to deal with as well when you're fighting him.
Right, it's a grab though. It's a start. Normally Monarch can be so good at teching them, but can't tech them all, and Icecool can take advantage of it with as much damage and unlocks.
Yeah, especially when Icecool really hasn't been throwing a whole lot, right? So it's kind of not even been on the mental stack of Monarch, I'm sure. And so the throw has become a much stronger option. Recognizes the meter, so it's really not trying to move too far forward. And there it is, finally, the counter assault. That's a punish. Oh, I thought that was a full conversion. And I mean, Icecool tried it, so.
And Monarch has a long route to go. We saw him bring it back pretty heavy, but I think Icecool just taking their time, gets the run under. Doesn't get a hit, but at the very least, as long as Icecool is not taking any damage, or overhead, that's like the go-to. Recognizing Icecool is just playing it defensively, gets hit, and now it's the start of a long comeback.
Yeah, it feels like the safeness that Icecool is trying to play when he does have the life lead is starting to come back to haunt, right? And now that has put an issue in Icecool's mind, Monarch is preying upon it and being more aggressive because of it.
Oh man. Monarch gets a big grab, there's an Astro with the drop! Wait a minute! There's the Towito burst out!
Oh, got the JD, no full conversion off of it. Gotta get the throw on this one. I wonder if Monarch's attempted a 2D early there was to get under the burst. Because it does lower your hurt box. There's no way for me to know until it happens again, but like, that could have been it rather than it being a combo drop.
Could you done just throw into Astral?
No, her Astral is right in front of her. Like,
yeah, I was like wondering, okay. Okay, hello, Monarch, fumbles aside. Good lead here. Icecool under pressure as always, no one locks. Finally has meter to at least counter soul out, but when you're in the corner situation with Monarch has all this room and there's a crush trigger, oh gosh.
Oh, tried to go for the burst safe route, right? But just a little bit too early on the DP. That's really unfortunate. It needs to make something happen here. Yeah, recognizing that there's a burst, and so just keeping it safe as possible outside of the range, not trying to allow for an overdrive either. And
oh, nice. That was good, but not enough overdrive to keep it safe, and now the DP, the bait out, the EA, and just absolutely denied.
Yeah, reading the counter assault right there was just so powerful for Monarch. That's just one of those I am in your head moments, and I feel like Icecool has to, didn't take a breather, but I feel like taking a breather to make sure that that Monarch is not in your head could be pretty important.
Yeah, that's rough. That's just, it's so scary. With 100% meter, it's like, well, it's not a bad option, but I think like either way, just doing the Lambda DP there was perfect, because hey, you're not gonna die from doing it in that streak sequence, so super smart. Now Icecool getting a first hit is down 2 games. Monarch just needs one more to be your champion here at DreamHack Beyond. There's a big grab. Icecool landing the throws. I don't want him to get too predictable with them, but at the very least, that's been a very good go-to. Not because it's usually goal.
Yeah, it may be a lot, but evidently they're clearly unpredictable, as there has been very few attacks, right? Oh, what the? I don't know if that was meant to be 5D, but whatever the case.
Oh, where are you going, Susanoo? Yeah. Wrong way!
Yeah, that might catch the backdash, yeah.
Alright, taking the page out of Justice's book, Michael Sword saving the day here for Icecool. Finally a round on the board. That's the important part. At least another round on the board. Icecool not giving up to Ghost.
Definitely not. Okay, can get the Dragon Punch if they so choose, but yeah, if you tried to get the Dragon Punch right there, that would open you up to Monarch's offensive. And then instead, now look at what it's afforded to you right now, and you have the Dragon Punch on top of it. Super good awareness right there from Icecool to pick and choose the right spots. Now got Lightning Bolt, has got Dirt Kick, has got a Crush Trigger in Monarch, and is preying upon the fact that Monarch wants to defend quite often.
That was good. This is Icecool living on a prayer, but bringing up anything they can do and try to go for a grab, but the just nice jump, it's gonna blow it up. There is a lot of resources here on Icecool's side with reversals and any which thing, so Monarch has to play it a little bit safe. Let's have the Gravity Seed. With the run forward, oh, nice tech though. Icecool trying to get a grab, didn't work.
Oh, got the hit, was looking for burst on that one because, yeah, that would have been death otherwise, right? So it makes sense to look for the burst in that situation. Overdrive coming out doubly, yeah. And now you are at the mercy of Overdrive Lambda, which means she can cover a lot of ground. Look how big the sword's become.
It's the 2 overhead. That's pretty much hit every time.
Yeah, I'm actually struggling to think of a time this set specifically. Wow, tried the TRM setup, but no dice.
Oh no, Monarch, one good hit away. So
6A.
here. Yep. And with this resources here, and the meter for super, gonna get to use it. Match point, Monarch, bringing that all the way back.
Tournament point, Icecool was just barely off that burst, was almost available to him, but yeah, looking for that burst ended up killing Icecool, it looks like, because that could have been death.
Yeah, it's so scary. You see Monarch not giving anything away for free, and Icecool just can't close out any sets against Monarch. As close as he gets, try to go for the 5-3, but just not enough. This is getting so hard with the override activation. At the very least, is going to be something nice to get some more unlocks and keep pressure on. But now you got to worry about Monarch. Ooh, unlock everything just in time. This could be big. There is a counter available. Ooh, the button didn't work.
Yeah, attempted a 5A anti-air on that one. It's going to get extra damage on this lightning bolt here. And just keeping the pressure going. Now, yeah, I was going to say counter assault and overdrive appear to be the only defensive options, but they're that could kill if it wasn't too obvious that the burst was available. And now an anti-air for Monarch. Side swap. Okay, Legacy Edge is available too in case you want to, do maybe some far away shenanigans, but
oh, there you go.
You're done. You're done.
There you go. You heard the slap, the backhand.
Fatal! Fatal! Oh, man. All right, 2-1 now. Icecool has found a way to survive and has found a way to get past Monarch's stalwart defense.
Yeah, it took a lot. It took a couple of very long rounds and just so much just building up anticipation and setup to get those. Now has to do that 2 more games for a reset. But I mean, anyone could do it. Icecool could do it. But Monarch's not going to take that just sitting down.
Yeah, I mean, Monarch is attempting to either get away or press a button after each of those drops because you see the move whiff, right? So a lot of people are like, oh, you have whiff recovery, but it's usually not enough. Oh, got the counter hit, yeah, and press trigger as well. There's no burst available. This is just free offense here for Monarch.
So build up a lot of bar and just, again, just situation that we saw before where Icecool is, wow, 5A beating that. Is in the corner, has no resources, has no unlock, but has a 2C!
That 2C makes a lot of sense too, because if it was delayed air dash, that would have been vulnerable to over.
Yeah.
And it would have been good. So I totally understand that Icecool went for it. Block on the low right there, but yeah, it's a question. Can you react to the overhead once Monarch finally pulls it out? Because it's only been done once so far this set.
So looking really rough, especially because you have, even though you have a burst on Icecool's side, look how much time is left. Oh, I found a counter hit with the crumple. Pretty easy finish.
Legacy Edge finished off.
Tournament point once more. Monarch has to keep this momentum going because Icecool has shown that they can turn this around if given the opportunity, but the great start for Monarch is going to put this in his favor immensely.
Oh yeah, and there is the overdrive, but the thing is, the way Monarch positions themselves when doing offensive structures is it just gets around a lot of the overdrive activations, even if you're trying to guard cancel through stuff, right? You see the 5As is the pressure, you see 2As, you see safe stuff like that, and then, oh, the cross-up right there has yet to have been pulled out so far. Overdrive activation wants to finish it off right here. Oh, just before the overdrive, didn't get it before the overdrive stopped, but okay, there it is, the throw, and to finish off the tournament, to become your DreamHack Beyond champion, Monarch ends it with a perfect.
Congratulations, Monarch again on the throne as the champion once more.